Hello, everybody. Welcome to Smokesteve's International Pub. 7:01, not too late. Had to run upstairs and spin up a cocktail. I may have a few coughs tonight and a few sneezes. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm on the mend, so. And it is not COVID. Did a test today. I have a feeling it might be a little bit of a slow night tonight, which is totally fine. All right. A little bit of a variation on some Marshall Tucker Can't You See chords. I don't think we're going to have some of the guys here tonight. Maybe, I think Last Dance may be out on a field trip, having some fun out on the town, which is cool. And I don't know. You just never know. And let's go ahead and you around, do some DMs. Which I usually never get responses to. YouTube promoter liked my tweet. What the hell is YouTube promoter? Wow. YouTube promoter liked my shit, man. All right. I don't know who that is. It's a thing, though. Does that mean, like, all kinds of people are going to show up because YouTube promoter liked me? Let's see. 7 people watching. All right, I'm not talking to myself. There he is, Mr. Vapes. What's going on, brother? I hope you're doing well. On the straight and narrow. I'm sure you'll like to join in and tell us your what's going on with you after a little while here. I swear, I thought I had COVID, but no deal. And tested my kid too. She had a sniffle last week. She was negative as well. So just a good old fashioned summer cold, which can be a shitty thing, unexpected, but easy to get dehydrated, I'll tell you. Haven't had any smoke yet today. Lost 6 kilos so far. That would be right around 13 pounds. Very nice, dude. Very nice. Since Saturday, yeah. I've lost about 21 pounds, and it's taken me like 2.5 months. So you're going to be moving right along because you have an extremely restricted diet, and I don't think you're drinking alcohol. So good for you, man. Congrats. I increased the resolution on the camera to 720. I think it's a little better. Not as blurry. Let's keep Twitter open just in case I get some responses. Anyone who wants to throw out their Twitter handle, feel free. What am I? Water and tea. Steve-O at Smokesteve Smoke. Good. Little tea. Tea's good. I wonder if you drink coffee. I'm sure you do. Probably in the morning, right? I know some people. I don't think Sammy Cat's ever had a taste of coffee in her life. Or maybe she has, but I know she doesn't like it. I think it's a British Isles thing. Although I know a lot of you guys definitely do like coffee. Wonder if we'll see old Georgie. Missed him last week on Sunday. Kind of an impromptu thing. Threw together. Join in if you want, George, once we get rolling. Lots of interesting things are coming out in the news about that murder in Texas of all those school children and the teachers. Cool. Yeah, me too, bro. Love a good cup of coffee. Yeah, those police officers definitely made all cops look bad with their actions that day. But that doesn't mean that all cops are bad. They definitely are not. Many of them and most of them are good. Just makes you question, what's Ryan Stutz going off on Twitter tonight. Stutz Tech, also previously known as Drone Tech. Crazy shit, man. He's all over it. Hey, cup of tea. Wow, cup of tea. That is really riveting news. Thank you for that. Huh. Such a refined name. Such a classy fella. Cup of tea. Hello. There's a little runts. Runts is good. Good ganja. Of the legal variety, of course. Here in Massachusetts, as I always say, this is better than this. But I do like them both. Where's that yo-yo? Damn, I gotta get one. What up, Derek? Double D in the house. Good to see you, homeboy. Welcome, as always. Derek in the house. I remember, Derek, you got a friend or two to check the pub out once in a while there. I know you guys like to rip some nice smoke over there. Of course, nothing illegal, but what a fucking tragedy that this shit isn't legal everywhere, man. And this is. I'm not saying this should be illegal. I'm saying this should be legal everywhere as well. Hey, yeah, it's nothing like taking a crap at work, a cup of tea. Definitely get that freebie feeling. Yeah, that's funny, dude. Yeah, I hear you. I wonder, I mean, with the UK being so old, is the sewer system like completely outdated, or they must renovate it, right? I imagine the bogs, as you said. Oh yeah, fucking Hayden's Discord got shut down. What the fuck is that about? Craziness, man. I didn't even see what transpired to cause that, but just ridiculous. There was nothing that controversial on there. Maybe there was, and I was just missing it. Is it possible all the memes of little people is what got us the boot? Right? I mean, that's a group. That's a perceived group of people, and that's what the warning said that we all got when it was canceled. Attacking or bullying a perceived group. There were a lot of little person memes. Not gonna lie. That could have been what did us in. Although I did put up that meme of the black guy with the rainbow cowboy hat with his plate trying to wait for some cake. That might have been a GIF or a GIF. I'm not sure. Wasn't a meme though. But whatever it was, something absolutely ridiculous got it canceled. But what are you gonna do? Hard to say what it was though. I don't think Hayden really gives a crap about it, to tell you the truth, but it was a fun place to go and check out memes and advertise some stuff and, interact with some people. What are you going to do? Them's the breaks. I think once the server's deleted, it is gonzo. And I don't even know, can you make another one by the same name? Possibly. Not sure. But do they record your IP address so that if you create one from the same place under a different name, they immediately delete it? They have you flagged or something? Anything's possible, right? Just a bummer. Yeah. Saw Elon Musk, obviously always making the news. Elon Musk has a bad feeling about the economy. Joe Biden didn't like when he heard Elon Musk say that. So, can you guys hear that? That's a catbird. Hey, aphid. There, right there, catbird. Little squeak. Got a bunch of them around here. When the suet runs out, I swear those little guys just sit there and sing and look at me because they love that suet. It's a great bird. It is of the mimic variety of birds, which also contains the mockingbird, tropical mockingbird, whatever else. I don't know. Do you Brits have any mimics over there? I'm not even sure if you do. The raven will do some mimicking as well of calls. I've heard ravens mimicking car alarms before. As well as mockingbirds will do that. They call them mockingbirds. Obviously, they mock everything they hear. You'll hear a mockingbird rip out like 10 different bird calls from different species in a row. Magpies, there you go. That's a good one. Magpies are the dive bombers, right? If you go near their nest site, they hold on, one quick 5-second break. Look at that, huh? He's right there. It's funny. Switched up the hotkeys so I could do quick out to clean myself up without doing it on camera. We have parakeets. I saw 2 of the noisy buggers today. Cool. So you have, obviously parakeets would be, I believe, are they a invasive species or are they naturally occurring? They must be released, right? Although theoretically, I suppose if they're in Spain, which I do think they live naturally there, they could have made the cross. And I suppose if something's been in a place for 100 years or so, that it might be, it's invasive. Okay. Yeah. There's a lot of those in Florida as well. We don't get them up. If you see anything like that up here, it's literally somebody's bird got out of the cage, and generally a bright green bird flying around with no idea what to do. Short work for a hawk. Usually the sharp-shinned hawk, occasionally the Cooper's hawk. You guys have the sparrowhawk, which is an intergrade in between our sharp-shinned hawk and Cooper's hawk. It's about halfway between the size of the 2 of those. They're all aceptors. Aceptors hunt on the wing. They kill on the wing. They hunt winged birds. They hunt birds purely. That's what you call a true hawk. I like your buteos, like what you guys might call, I think, a common buzzard, or here a red-tailed hawk. Those tend to be more of a sort of a sit and wait type of predator. You'll see them sitting on light poles, tree branches, and they'll wait for everything to settle down. And, the little squirrels and shit forget that there's a hawk there, and then whammo, boom, you're done. Cleethorpes. The fuck kind of a name is Cleethorpes? Am I saying that right? Cleethorpes? Cleethorpes. Peregrine falcons too. Yeah, peregrines are great. We have them here in the city. They roost on and nest on the tops of the buildings, sides of the buildings, as well as in the cliffs, over in the hills and the mountains and shit. Very cool bird. And I have seen them dive bomb a few times. I mean, you feel like you're seeing a fucking UFO. These things are diving so fast to the ground. It's unbelievable, man. And that's obviously how they work. It's the same technique as the old fighter jets. Pigeon is down low here, cruising in a straight line. The peregrine will go higher than it. So on the dive, the peregrine will have the pigeon beat because it's elevated higher than it. And then, of course, it hits the pigeon with its talons close together like this, smashes it, usually breaks its back. Pigeon falls to the ground, and Bob's your uncle. There's your meal. Cool shit, man. And of course, that's the technique with fighter pilot back in the old days, especially to get higher behind, and then you could dive bomb in and kind of cut away as you're shooting them. Same concept. Cleethorpes. That is a strange name. Kind of like something out of Game of Thrones. But Casper invaded Diesel's territory. The bird and the dog. Is that the bird's name, Casper? Good memory, Cup. Well, that Diesel, he's a cute dog. He's the least pit bull of any pit bulls I've ever seen. Although my neighbors have I think it's a pit bull crossed with a corgi. I think that's the new thing. Crossing somewhat cool looking dogs with corgis, so they're the same cool looking dog, but with legs like this long. And it's a little embarrassing, I gotta say. The poor dog walks around looking all tough. He's a light tan colored pitty, but he's got, stubs. He's barely moving along there. all muscular and shit with like 6-inch legs. I've seen a couple of those. I've seen a husky with a corgi on Instagram, and I've seen a golden retriever with a corgi offspring. I probably on IG as well. Okay, so staffies aren't considered pits. I didn't know that. I'm kind of ignorant to the whole pit bull game. Anything that looks like a pit bull to me is a pit bull, but I know there are classifications. American Pit Bull Terrier. Is that what that is? I know there's American Bulldogs as well as English Bulldogs. But those two are vastly different. They call them American Bullies. They're kind of aggressive, tall, ugly, barky. Not my favorite. Ooh, this joint is intense. And I found the Ghetto Roach clip. Sort of. It wants to fail on me, though. It's not the ideal situation, but it works. And I lost the forceps or the Kelly clamp, whatever you want to call it, that I used to have. I did a massive cleaning here. Added another shelf. Looking good down here. Yeah, I'm for banning dangerous dogs, but, you know, like, I've seen dogs that people have that I know would bite if they weren't on a leash. So essentially you're dealing, I mean, why would a person want a dog like that you constantly have to have under your own supervision? Like, one slip up, you know, one gate left open, and you know it's going to go bite the first person that it finds. Stressful way to go through life, if you ask me. We're getting down to the tar flavor here. Hey, 13 watching. Wow, cool. Thought we might have a bit of a dud tonight, but right on. Thanks for being here, everybody. Anyone want any requests? I'll gladly play them for you on the old Git fiddle. Guitar, that is, not fiddle. Nothing too obscure. Although last night, what was the one that our boy Random Goon played? Something Gay Bar or something like that. I think you might have requested a cup. Actually, not a bad song. I think the name of the song might have been Gay Bar or At the Gay Bar. Not sure, but not a bad tune. Topple requested one called Hamburger Sandwich a couple weeks back. Thought that was going to be a total flub. Decent song, you know. That's the beauty of Random Goon on Rocksmith. About 75-80% of it is going to be speed metal, hardcore metal, death metal, heavy metal. What's the new metal like that Korn is? I guess it's called new metal. That type of shit. But not that it's shit. I like it all. Then, you know, you'll hear random shit too that you either like, you don't like, if it'll make you laugh. Check them out. Random Goon, Friday nights on Twitch. Channel name Random Goon. And he also does some gaming on Wednesdays occasionally if you're into that. Electric Six, Gay Bar. Yeah, there you go. I have to think, have I ever been into a gay bar? No. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Place in Manhattan. I mean, gay bar, you know, it was an eclectic bar, but... And I went with my girlfriend at the time because she said it was a great place to go drink, and it was. And they were, you know, nice as anything in there. Good guys. No weirdness at all. Oh, yeah, San Francisco, too, of course. In the Castro district. That was a fun experience. Had some LSD before. Probably 6 tabs. Went out with these ladies, actual women. Very good looking, too. And of course, they had a lot of gay friends. So we went to the gay bar. And I was tripping balls. It was awesome. Bartender was trans, but very cool. I ordered a shot of tequila, and she poured herself one, and we did shots. And then I realized, wow, this place is cool. Bartender will do shots with you. There's a dude comes in with his dog, takes him off the leash. Kind of looked like a pit bull. Don't really know, but dog was just hanging around in the corner, relaxing. I was just transvestite bartender, dogs walking around, acid, doing shots. It was quite a night. Yeah, good times. Nope, didn't get checked out for AIDS. I left that day. I had come down from Northern California to catch a flight, and we had one night to hang out and party. It was awesome. It was a great time. We were in this circle of buildings, almost like dormitories, but they were apartments, and my trip really started hitting me hard, and I could just remember sitting in the middle of all these buildings in like a courtyard, and I could like look at every apartment, and I felt like I could hear specifically what was going on in that apartment. Music here, arguing there. It was like the trippiest thing. Hundreds of people just living their lives, and I was just tripping out on that whole aspect of being able to seemingly be right in each one with them. Now, of course, I was hallucinating, but it was awesome. Okay. Mass text going on here with the family. This is going to be awkward. I have to turn the phone down a bit. Once these things get going, they'll fucking go. I don't know if you guys do that with your families, but I'm kind of the dick guy in the family who's like, drop me from this. Just text Smoke Wife. I don't call her that to the family, but you know, she'll get all the info. You don't have to text both of us on our phones. One fucking person. Pick her every time. Good enough. Yeah, I hear you, Cup. I don't know. I think I had my time with psychedelics. It has been years, decades for me as well, man. And the last few times I did it, I felt an overwhelming regret as the trip started to sink in. It was almost like my mind was telling me, you've done this, you've done it enough, don't do it anymore. And I've had the opportunity recently, multiple times. My good buddy has got chocolates with mushrooms or something in them. I don't even know what it is, but I'm all set. It's not for me, man. A little bit of smoke and some drinks, and I'm happy. I'm almost at the point in my life where I don't want to, like, you know, make myself nuts. I made it this far. Let's just cruise all the way into the sunset. You know what I mean? You survive enough shit. Eventually you step back and say, okay, that's enough shit to survive. Let's just take it easy from here on in. You know, drink booze and smoke weed. Simple. Good times. All right, I'm going to just do a quick tune and we'll get this thing rolling. I'm just going to do an improv here. I did an A minor thing last week. It's always a nice starting chord. Anyone know what song starts with that chord? It's very famous by a British band. I'll do the next note after. join back in if you want, Aphid. I saw you down there. I just wanted to get the kinks out. Yeah, San Francisco is a wonderful experience. It is a cool place. And it's not all just the gay stuff. Hey, Matt Grandy, welcome anyways, dude. Quick 1 second here. Welcome back. Yeah, anyways, Aphid, I saw you down there, dude. Sorry I didn't bump you on right away unless, I mean, you might have had something to jump off to, which is fine. How come what doesn't hurt my fingers? Playing? Is that what you mean? Not sure. I don't know what you mean. Doesn't hurt my fingers because I've been playing for most of my life, so I'm well calloused. There's not a problem with finger pain. And these are medium strings. They're pretty beefy. All right. I don't know that song, John Nicholson. I only know one song, the radio song by them. Let me grab a few beers. Right. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Very good. Looking good. How you feeling?
Apart from a couple of headaches, I'm feeling good.
Probably hungry now, or are you past that initial being hungry all the time thing?
I've been quite lucky that the diet's quite filling.
Oh, good. Yeah, there sucks. Like when you feel like you're starving yourself, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the only point when I feel like I'm really hungry is between breakfast and lunch, because the breakfast portion's really small, and there's no protein there to keep me going until lunch.
So it's a laid out diet, like literally meal to meal.
Yeah.
Wow, that's nuts.
I've basically got a list. I've got a list of protein options and a list of carb options for lunch and dinner, and then I've got a list of cereal options for breakfast.
Damn, well, that's good. I'm glad to hear you sticking to it, man. That's good life change for you.
I've been getting about 700 or 800 calories a day.
Damn, that's low. I mean, I eat probably around 1,000, a little more on a work day, but of course then I have some beers at night, which obviously those add up quick, as you know.
Yeah.
Hey,
the portion sizes are quite big. I'm filling an actual plate with like vegetables and salad.
Okay.
And then I've got like a piece of chicken or 2 eggs with a slice of toast. Also with the chicken I have like 4 egg-sized new potatoes, baby potatoes, and then salad or veg.
Right, all natural, no process.
That's right, yeah.
Good man. And there he is.
Oh, what's up?
What's up, dude?
Is this thing on?
Well, loud and clear.
Oh. Let me back off.
It's all right. No, it's good, clear and loud. It's very nice. How's my sound? Everything on good enough
Yep.
tonight?
Oh man, it's on
Clear.
point. That guitar playing you just did there, Smokesteve. You should be proud of yourself after a
Thanks.
performance like that.
Thanks, man. It was a bit hacky. What's that? I heard wife.
Oh, she was talking to the little dog.
Oh, okay. Chip being bad.
No, the little one.
The littler
little,
one. The littlest.
I can't remember its name. Chloe. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Chip seems to be the star.
Chip is a superstar, that's for sure. They're all stars, but it's hard to compete when you're around Chip all the time.
He's kind of like Benji.
Yeah.
You
Good
remember
old Chip.
Benji Biscuit Vapes?
The dog.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. What is that? The one that sits by the guy's grave in the film?
Well, shit, I didn't know we were going to go there, but did he sit by somebody's grave? I don't remember. I mean,
Am I thinking
No,
of a
that's
different film?
Lassie. Or is it?
No. There was a little dog, a little grey dog that sat by the owner's grave.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I never watched that show.
yeah, I thought it was a movie.
It
so
wasn't a.
Was
wasn't
it?
A song. It was a film, but it was basically a film about this dog that literally would not leave this guy's grave throughout the years, and like 18 years it just stayed there.
Jesus, sounds like quite a dog.
Mm.
I'm going to go ahead and throw this into the chat in case our buddy with the incredible delay wants to join us from Florida. But I hear the guys in Florida are getting a little bit of rain, a little bit of shit, but they have to get something. The rest of the year it's beautiful. So, I mean, every once in a while they're going to get the hurricanes and whatnot, All right, John.
Right.
John Nicholson throwing out some tunes, I guess.
Greyfriars Bobby, that's the one.
Oh, that's the show you're thinking of.
Yeah, the film. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
It was
Never heard of it.
Bobby, not what you said.
I see. Yeah. Good to have you around tonight, Aphid.
Yeah. Surprise, huh?
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, man, that sucks. I mean, it's cool that I'm here with you guys, but it sucks that I'm not here.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, was you supposed to be somewhere else? And
yeah, I was supposed to do this float trip deal, that we do with our buddies and stuff, and it just circumstances happened, and it wasn't gonna work out on our end, if you know what I mean.
I do. Well, sorry to hear that, buddy. Hopefully you can keep your spirits up and maybe get a little wasted.
Oh, that's what you guys are here for. Keep my spirits up.
Oh, hey, look who it is. And this guy's always fun. He might have some medical news for us. There he is. How you doing, Georgie? Good to see you, man. George missed last Sunday, which was an interesting show, but it was good.
What happened?
Well, I mean, we had a pub. Were you buzzed?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get a beer because mine's empty, and I'd enjoy myself much more if I had an open one.
Go for it, man.
Oh, I'm on a big, massive thing of sugar-free apple and blackcurrant.
So that's got artificial sweeteners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll deal with them because they're not as good as sugar, but they're not terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want something different from water or seltzer, it's not bad. It's just, it's kind of that sweetness. They still haven't nailed it yet,
Well, this has barely got any sweetener in it. It's mostly just because it's made with fruit juice. It's got some natural sugars in it, but it's only where are we? Like 0.5 gram per 100 ml serving.
Oh, that's nothing. Yeah. I haven't tried that stevia sweetener, but
it's
You hear
a
it's
little bitter aftertaste. It's not.
no kidding, huh?
It's yeah.
Like an artificial sweetener.
Yeah, it's
Well,
made
it's
from a
not.
plant.
Stevia is a plant-based sweetener.
It's this plant that's natural sweetener, alternative to sugar, and apparently, like an artificial sweetener, it creates a sweet sensation on your tongue, but has 0 calories.
That's right. Yeah.
But it's naturally occurring, which is
I've heard that the liquid stevia is supposed to be good,
huh.
rather than the powder.
Is it named after you?
It is. Nah.
Because that'd be cool. I mean, I'd be willing to try it, you know.
Yeah. Do you drink coffee, a ton of coffee, right?
Yeah.
What are you putting in?
A lot of sugar and a lot of cream.
Right.
I don't have to, but I just seem to enjoy when it does.
one cup of hot coffee, you're putting like a teaspoon of sugar in.
Right.
And then like you're making it a light tan, probably.
Yeah, but I mean, I like it kind of strong and then with some cream in there. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you like the Starbucks grade, like that real strong style.
I mean, no, it doesn't have to be. I don't know. I like coffee.
Yeah, I hear you.
I'll put a lot of cream. I'll put a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah, I haven't had a hot cup for probably 5 years. I drink
No
it
shit.
all.
Like you got something against it, like Last Dance and Meat, or
No, I just drink iced. I have
Iced
Oh.
coffee is the best.
I have a stainless steel carafe in the fridge. It's like probably 3/4 of a gallon, and I have it so I make extra coffee in the hot pot, and then I have the cold coffee. I make it, put the extra in, and I have this whole system. So I've always got ice cold coffee.
nice.
It's epic,
Do you
dude.
guys get
That's a
Arctic,
great idea.
Arctic brand coffee over there?
What was it?
Arctic brand coffee. It's
Never.
It's in a carton.
Mm-mm.
It's like pre-made, like iced coffee, but it's in a carton, ready to drink.
Like instant?
No, it's already made in a like a
Oh,
milk carton.
it's liquid. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
We have a few of those here. I just find that to be such a ripoff. You're paying for
Oh, it's
Water.
£2.60 for a liter.
oh, that's here. It's like $5 for a liter.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, dude, prices have gone batshit crazy over here. It's like, I don't know. Have you noticed that, Aphid?
Yeah,
only
it seems
problem
like
with
that.
The only problem with that Arctic coffee is it's full of sugar.
Pre-sweetened. That's no good.
Yeah.
Do you put like cream and sugar in it, or just make a big old pot and then throw it in the
Me?
yeah, in the fridge?
I sugar it. It takes about 45 seconds to stir. I
Right.
have a big cup that it's like a mixing shaker for cocktails. That's my iced coffee cup. So I go from the carafe to the big stainless steel cup, add the amount of sugar, stir for 45 seconds, which is loud. And if it's a weekend, you know, my lady's like, stop fucking stirring already, because it's like clink, 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 because it's cold. So it takes forever to dissolve. But it's, dude, fill that sucker with ice, and it's just the bomb. I can't go back. Hot coffee just doesn't do it for me anymore. And I started, of course, in Massachusetts here, the home of Dunkin' Donuts. Everyone's got these giant iced coffees, and they're $4 a piece, and I just couldn't bring myself to be buying those every day. So I just came up with this system, you know?
Well, I made those. I like those the mocha frappuccino things from Starbucks, and then they put the whipped cream on top of that and shit.
Yeah,
But like the tall one is like, you know, it's like, I don't know, $6-7 now.
Yeah.
So that's what I want. I want that tall one. You know, give me as much of it as you can and put some whipped cream on the top and hand it to me. You know.
Yeah, right. That's what I would call an airport coffee. Like, I'm only getting that if I'm flying. Like,
Really?
That's so indulgent.
Oh, yeah. I don't get. Yeah, I get it when I have an extra $7 that I'm just want to piss in the wind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
So it ain't that often.
Yeah, it's like what do you get more out of a scratch ticket or a giant ice mocha?
Yeah, no
latte?
kidding. At least, I mean, I make fun of those dudes up there at the counter, like
Yeah,
stay in line. They can't wait to get through them so they can hand them and,
yeah,
get $5 back off of their $60 they just spent.
right.
But, buying those coffees all the time, that's pretty much, at least they
Exactly.
got a chance to be millionaires, although not much better chance.
No, I've won 500 once on a Christmas gift scratchy.
Oh, did you really? Nice. My
From a
wife was part of a big winning, but she was just like, I'll give 50 cents. So I can't remember what it was that she got. It was more than 1,000. I know that.
Nice.
But but everybody else, there's some of these people who are getting tons of money,
Right, right.
just by getting a couple, in the lottery, with the pool or whatever.
Lottery tickets, yeah. That's I mean, it's a dumb thing to spend money on. Statistically, there's no way you're ever
Right.
going to win, but occasionally they do. And it's
Yes, there's people that do become, they're just like us that just walk into a gas station, hand the guy $2 or $1 or whatever,
like, right.
and then and so many hours after that, their life has changed forever. So
Yeah.
it could be you.
Oh,
It could be.
My
It's
next
not
door
going to
neighbour,
be, but it could be.
Right.
My next door neighbour put, I think it was like £4 or £5 on the lottery for like 25 years. And I think it was 3 years ago, he won $1 million, not on the lottery itself, but on there was like an extra code, like on the bottom of the thing, like an
Right.
extra, like
You enter it back in online, like when.
No. It's automatically entered, but that code was like an extra draw.
Yeah.
And he won $1 million, and then he got the fuck out of here and spent the lot on whores.
So did they take 45% in taxes in the UK like they do here?
No, it's tax free here.
Yeah, if you win $1 million here, Uncle Sam gets $450K.
See, that's got to be a right stinger, that.
Yeah, I mean, if you win 10 million, you're giving up 4.5 to Uncle Sammy. It's fucking crazy, dude. But that's how it works. They get their cut.
And you don't get free healthcare. That's ridiculous.
Well, you do in some states. In Massachusetts, you do. We have a pretty good version of it here. And Obamacare, that's a thing, right? I mean, also called
the Affordable Health Care Act.
Yeah, right. George. I don't think George likes the Obamacare title on that one.
The 45 care.
Right.
Or is that, what was he? 44. I think that's what he was. I don't even know. I don't know, dude. I don't know what number president he was.
Ooh, ambient ants. Nice.
Free.
All right. Oh, did you see the guy who was here early on, bro? Bib Mia?
No.
BIB space MIAY. He says, old school LiveLeaker, been watching since the beginning. And he loves it. Probably not his name on LiveLeak, I would think, but cool to have somebody there, some mystery person, Does that could ring a bell, Bib? That it could be anybody you remember from the old gang?
I have no idea.
The old crew.
I'd have to see the letters in front of me to focus on the name.
Right. He's at the top of the chat if you can scroll.
44. Oh, there he is. 44 sucks.
Yeah.
So it's 44. 44.
I was somewhat less connected when he was president, I gotta say. I wasn't.
I think every single person that lives in this, I don't know where I'm going.
You think a lot of people were like me?
Yeah, I think everybody was like you, and then all of a sudden, you're forced to pick a side, I guess.
Yeah, that's a very good point, bro. And I still will not pick a side. I pick and choose.
Stupid.
You know?
Right.
I mean,
I don't understand.
with
Well,
gun
Like to
well,
be like, oh yeah, go you side, and oh I hate
Right.
you side.
when
You
when
know,
it was
he's so
Trump,
stupid. to me.
crazy.
when it was Trump's turn, you didn't really have much choice, did you? You had Hillary or Trump.
Yeah, and I really didn't like either of them personally.
Exactly, nobody did.
Um, I'm still surprised some of the people that claim that they like both Hillary or others that like Trump, who are seemingly very intelligent people that, I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of the people who are Trump fans kind of have a coming to the light moment at some point throughout his presidency that there were issues, that things that he was doing were divisive, divisive, however you want to say it. But
Yeah, the divide and conquer thing, man. Just, I mean, I'd rather unite and learn.
Yeah.
There is no that party.
Well, then the governor from Massachusetts, Charlie Baker, is now not going to run for governor again, and he is a very centrist governor. I think he should run for president. He's the type of guy we need
What's
to bring.
his name?
Pardon me, Charlie Baker.
Charlie Baker. Oh,
He was
Charlie
anti.
Baker.
He was anti-cannabis legalization, which really pissed me off. But he's also talking about the gun laws here in Massachusetts, which are totally logical. In order to get a license to carry or a license to own firearms, you have to meet up with the police officer first. They interview you. And if you're a cool guy and they don't think that you have mental issues, then it's on to the next step. And you have to take a firearm safety course, and you have to do a few other different things. And you have to pay every 6 years $100. And when you pay the $100, they review everything. They make sure you haven't had any issues or crimes.
A very good idea.
And if they want, they'll call you in for another interview after 6 years with the firearms resource officer or the chief of police in whatever town you're going to. They don't stop anyone from getting guns. You have to actually do some things to get them here.
Yeah.
It sounds very similar to what we have here, only we have an extra step of having a reason for having a gun.
No, here a legitimate reason is, and everyone who gets one will tell you this, when they ask you what your reason is, you say, for any lawful purpose as my constitutional right. And they cannot legally say no to that. If you go in and you tell them, I'm going to use it for home defense. If someone comes into my house, I'm going to blast them. They're probably not going to give you the firearms license. They don't want to hear that,
Yeah.
Because that to them is a red flag that a person's got issues, I guess.
You think?
But it's not. I mean, I would be thinking that, but I'm not going to say that to the fucking cop, like just for any lawful purpose, because it's a constitutional right. Let the lawful purpose work itself out when it's needed. You don't have to go in and tell the fucking officer this, just.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait to get that thing so I can hold it like this.
Right.
I want to be Instagram famous with my gun.
All those
I'm going to hold it
idiots.
against my head and post pictures. Dual gun it.
Yeah, there's been times when people have done that and wasted themselves, and those videos ended up on LiveLeak, and they've ended up on Leaked Reality. I mean, when people do that thing with the gun to their head trying to be funny or gangster or whatever, it's loaded, and they put, God, fucking, those are the people. Well, maybe, who knows? Let's bring in someone who can speak about this.
At the end of the day, you needed to thin out that DNA,
I guess so, right? Yeah.
I mean, I even employ gun safety on my airsoft pistols and rifles.
Yeah, you should.
About even with them.
Yeah.
Because they can take an eye out.
Yeah. That's horrendous. Here we go. There he is. What's up, dude?
You can't have a BB gun; you'll shoot your eye out.
Yeah, exactly.
It's is it A Christmas Carol? A
Christmas Story.
Christmas Story. Yeah. It used to be the Wizard of Oz. The original Wizard of Oz would be played every Christmas, and then they converted over to the Christmas story.
Right.
And we love it. We still love it.
I love that movie.
Great. I know, me too.
Huge fan.
Yeah.
Peter, is it Peter Billingsley or Peter Bigsby who's the main character in that? The kid with the glasses.
Don't know.
Sounds
Yeah,
about right.
You don't know because he really didn't do shit. If you remember what he looked like in that movie, he looks like that as an adult male. He's not.
Oh, does he?
He's not, like a John Hamm or one of these good-looking Hollywood types. He's sort of that kid still, from the Christmas Story.
I missed all the follow-up, historical stuff on him. I didn't know that he looks like that.
Yeah.
I know the one that played in the Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator movies. He got a little bit strange. He was sort of a weird kid. I saw him in a couple of real low-budget movies, and he was playing like some weird cult leader preacher, and he just had this, that same narrow face he had. He played pretty good job in Terminator 2.
You're talking about John Connor?
John Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good little role in that movie. And
it was
then,
good.
I just didn't see much happen for him later. I don't know what happened to him. I didn't hear much. Usually they'll really, play up many scandals and bad behavior and such, but he just sort of didn't stay on the screen much, unless he's changed a lot. He could have changed a lot now. Doing stuff. There's so much out there, especially, just everywhere. That. I think that was, it's a huge amount. But I was listening. I actually, didn't get here till about 7:30 to start watching the show. So I missed your soul. I'll catch it on the replay.
Oh, that's all right. Thanks, though.
Always. Thanks.
You getting soaked down there now, George?
No, we're not too bad. We've just had some real light peripheral rains. You can ask McGee, about what's going on with the big rains. Miami got like 12 inches of rain, and I'm sure Fort Lauderdale, and the surrounding areas got 6 to 10 or something.
Jesus,
12
inches.
Yeah, it's big. It's on the drudgereport.com. There's a big thing about that.
That's when the fucking the storm drains are overflowing and it's blowing back out of them into the streets and everything. That's
Miami's known now to have problems. They're getting brackish saltwater flooding instead of just freshwater flooding.
Yeah.
It's not good. Stuff is backing up.
That's crazy.
Is that ship built for that?
The what?
It should be.
Their infrastructure, is it built for all that?
Don't know. They're going to have to update it real quick, upgrade it.
They'll be going under. Miami will be underwater.
It'll be the lost city of Atlantis, Miami.
Yeah.
There'll be a bunch of
dolphins taking over down there.
I mean, it makes you wonder about the buildings like that one that went down. How long's it been? A couple of years now?
Year and a half. It's about over a year. Doesn't seem like 2 full years, but it could have been. You know how time flies sometimes. Yeah, sometimes it crawls like a snail, and then other times it just flies. So.
Exactly.
I saw your chat stuff, Biscuit, that you lost some weight. That's great.
Yeah. I lost
good.
Equivalent of a stone, 6 kilos.
Clear. You're clear in eyes. No. Me too. I'm doing good. I've been no drink now for a month. I had a real weird couple of days because I realized that some other stuff. I was taking that 60 milligrams of chocolate THC. It's so much too much, that I was having with the other things that are going on with me. I had to stop that. So now I'm 4 days with none of that. I'm way down on the other nerve drugs because everything's just. I just did an inventory. I said, fuck this. I'm not supposed to be hurting this bad. These operations that I've had were successes to a point, and I shouldn't be having this happen. And it's probably lifestyle. It's probably the gross amount of extra weight. that's going real well, and it can happen. A lot more is going to happen like that for you, Biscuit. But at this point, I weigh as little as I've weighed since about 2011. I'm at about 228 and change, and today's a real low calorie day, and I'll go down again. So I should be in the 226 area. I can't keep doing it forever. I've had some, when you do too much sugar deprivation, you get into hypoglycemia, and you start getting into these weird, what's that other phenomenon called? It has to do with excessive dieting, ketosis, I believe it is.
Ketosis. People try to do that on purpose. The
Right.
keto
I think
diet.
that's happening. So, and
I would imagine I should be in ketosis now, I would imagine.
5 weeks ago, I was, between 260 and 265. And it's all planned. It's not like a wasting disease. It's all calorie restriction and portion control. And, the calorie, calories are not good, from the raw sugar calories from the alcohol. But that's an old man talking. I'm an old man talking about his old man problems. And I'm doing fantastically better. I went to it's called Workforce Wellness yesterday. Seems like yesterday. Yeah, I was almost in a semi-panic because things were hurting so bad, and the doctor reassured me that it's okay. And the one thing that I, is starting to feel a lot better is my belly button, umbilicus. That I had an umbilical hernia surgery in early 2013, and I had that way overweight, and I never lost weight, and that's returned. But they're not going to do anything to it right now because I need to keep going down and down in my weight instead of just playing around putting pressure on that area.
Let me ask you this: are you going to maybe not consume cannabis ingest? Are you going to maybe get into a little vaping for acute treatment for? In the evening, you have a little puff here. Or,
Good question. I'll probably give that a couple of trial runs in the coming week. There's not a calorie issue. I believe it or not, there's a condition that can be caused by excessive THC, and it's called, I think, THC hyperemesis.
Hyperemesis, yeah, I've heard of that.
Emesis, syndrome, and that I was retching, for no reason, dry retching, not things productive, but just dry retching. And that's like 3 weeks after I quit drinking, so it's not drinking really. People that withdraw from drinking too much, they'll have retching and weird things going on. But anyway, that's enough of my old man medical stuff. I'm very pleased with the progress. I had a real breakthrough yesterday. Later on, I've been doing a lot of, basically living room core exercises, not going down and doing crunches and sit-ups and leg lifts and things like that. That's too excessive for me. But I can do some things, and so it's coming together. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man. Glad to hear it. A little cleansing for your body.
I'm still worried about that old 44 though. It's a problem.
Yeah. Who's going to be the person you're most likely to vote for in the next presidential election?
I think everything down here. But Florida's in love with DeSantis. So DeSantis, if it happens, absolutely.
Here's a question for you, Cypher. What you got against 44 exactly?
Oh, it was. The short end of it. It's basically the race baiting. I'm sorry, but I can't handle that when you see divisiveness constant. That I won't go into the.
How does it race bait though? I thought it was to give people. Is it like because they have a lower standard of care because it's free?
No, what?
He's talking about Obamacare.
Oh, right. Is 44 different to that?
No, I'm talking about him playing black people against white people and Muslims against Christians and pretending to unify when he's dividing them. He pretends to unify and he was separating, dividing. That's my opinion. That's not truth. That's not your facts, your truth. Yeah. That's what I think. I don't like you guys were just saying before I came on, as much as I enjoy gaming the process of arguing and debating with people, hey, Mr. Kelsey, of arguing and debating with people. And I'm sure you guys, determined now that I love to do that. It's and I mean, it's not all in deep sincerity. A lot of it is just bouncing along the surface, like a lot of people that are semi trolls looking for a good, spirited exchange that toes the line with getting banned or timed out, type of stuff, by moderators. Everybody used to do it on LiveLeak. I mean, it happened a lot on LiveLeak, and I mean, especially once they started implementing the responses to the larger online worlds, clamping down on all types of disinformations and speech issues. That began to happen very diligently. There's a new cup, by the way. That's the Black Octopus production.
Oh, you got one. I want to get that T-shirt,
did.
dude.
I did. I had to get that too.
The T-shirt looks good, but it's white. I wanted it to be a black T-shirt with a white octopus. As you might understand, Cypher and Biscuit too. White T-shirt kind of makes you end up looking.
Yeah, but they can't really have they can't have a white octopus branding or a black octopus productions, can they?
This is true.
Biscuit, your mic seems all weird.
What do you mean? What's wrong with it?
I don't know. It's like got a metallic-y type sound to it.
There's something.
All right.
There's an ambient noise that's
so maybe a blue T-shirt with the black octopus.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me just try this.
I'd rock that.
I got
Is the metallic sound gone now?
No.
Mm-mm.
You're gonna have turn your mic off and turn it back on.
One of the four of us has ambient, stuff going on in the background. I don't think it's me, and it doesn't bother me. It's just a noise, real light white noise.
Anybody
in sidebar hear that?
I've not
sidebar.
changed anything in settings.
I love to call it sidebar. For some reason, it's the side. It's on the side. It's the bar. We have consultations over there.
It's a sidebar.
That's right. We're having a sidebar. This is a legal, proceeding. It's the.
So, they did some art on a local building around here, and you guys will remember this person from LiveLeak. That's me in the hoodie with my fishing pole and the gay whale.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
but yeah, somebody went.
That's pink bisexual whale.
I mean, this person went all out on this building that's been condemned, and it's pretty cool artwork, I gotta say. But,
yeah, noticeable.
Yeah, it's a nice little area, and it's not all gay stuff, but he did the pink whale, and then he did some other cool animation type stuff here and there. It's pretty cool. Cool use of something that looks like shit otherwise, and people stop. Yeah, there you go.
Eyesore otherwise, just sitting there waiting to be demolished.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's catching, man. I'm yawning too.
All right, man. I look at 4:30. Jesus, that was a long one. I woke up at 4:30.
You got any booze or anything to breathe some life back into you?
I wish I had that iced coffee contraption that you got going on. I'd go up there and I'd do a little shaky shake and have myself a tall one of that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm real tired
from now.
I'm real tired from the dieting. It's odd. I'm certainly very clear-headed, but my body's saying, let's hit the sack. Let's go to bed. I actually was lying down earlier. I had sort of a, I've cut out so many of the damn bad habits that I have that it's like I'm starting to, the aching and weirdness is starting to wake me up at like 3 and 3:30 in the morning. I can't go back to sleep, so I'm up, and I didn't have my nap today, so I took that nap starting around 6, and then I overslept for the beginning of the show.
So, Aphid, no matter what you do, you can't not sleep past that time?
No, I don't always get up at 4:30, but I did this morning.
Well, you've said to us before you have issues maybe 6 is like the latest or something.
Pretty much, yeah.
Damn, it's rough, bro. Is it
I
your
went to
mom-
bed at 11:30 last night.
The evil ink. Sorry.
Is
woke
it your
up at-
mind is just running?
Probably. It's probably something like that. But I don't know how to turn it off, to be honest with you.
Test.
I would.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro. It's probably why you maybe part something to do with your art. Maybe you're thinking of, I don't know, colors, angles, drawing. Who knows?
I don't know. It seems like it's always like
Joint is down.
I gotta get a tire for my truck, or I gotta fix this, or gotta do that.
Yeah, we got the extended warranty on our Carvana Jeep, and the check engine light came on, right? So it's an aftermarket warranty. Yeah, there's something they don't tell you in the fine print. A lot of people don't accept aftermarket warranties.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
right. So
I
of
didn't
course
know
the close Jeep dealership said no. So then we brought it to another place, and they said, well, with this issue, you have to bring it to a dealership. So now we have to get the repair done and then request a reimbursement. I mean, not a big deal. They said they always give them. But it's not like, you pay $1,500 extra. I'm like, we're going to fucking keep track of this for the next 5 years if we don't get $1,500. Just to be curious to see if it's worth it the next time around.
Right.
$1,500 over 60 months, of course, is not much money, but it's still something, right? I think it's valuable to have, but like I said, they don't tell you that you can't use it. At most mechanics won't accept it.
They're pretty good spam callers, on the phone, and not so much emails, but or even text, but on spam calls on the phones, they do some tricks where they spoof phone numbers, and
Oh yeah,
that they'll sell to people. I hate them. I hate that whole thing. I haven't owned a luxury vehicle since about 2013, and I'm still getting spam, calls, and they'll leave messages. Your 2013 Mercedes, blah 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 blah, is due for extended warranty. You assholes.
what's up, LDG?
I've made a few changes. Is that any better?
Yeah,
yeah.
It is actually.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's funny. I know Random Goon knows Last Dance well, so that's very funny. Because he's a Jew.
One of the best.
Right.
A great man.
He is good.
Never since Jesus has there been a better Jew.
He's
Well,
better than I. That's for sure.
They think he's a prophet. He's just not the prophet, I think, right? Or I don't know.
I don't either.
I only know
It's all in the wind and the air.
I'm
What?
no longer Catholic, so
Yeah.
that
Right.
part, that's gone. Left that part behind.
If you go to a wedding and it's at a Catholic church, right?
I
Right
don't
now.
kneel. I don't get communion. I don't.
Really? Like you don't just go through the motions and
I
do
don't
it?
genuflect, which is what they call it when you kneel before you
Right.
get into the booth. to
Yeah,
sit
what about
down.
the left right with the holy water? And
No,
yeah, like, every time I get confused, like which way do I go first?
are you Catholic?
So I watch all of them when I'm getting up there because I always forget. I'm like, I don't want to mess it up.
That's
And I don't
hilarious.
remember what I'm supposed to say after they give you the bread,
Right, they say body of Christ. I think you're supposed to say, may the Lord be with you, or
I don't
risen
know.
forever. I can't remember either, man.
I don't know. So
But
that's
there's
why I'm
that-
sweating it on the way up there because I'm like, man, I hope I can hear the guy in front of me.
Right.
Watch him do everything right.
Now, did you have him put the unleavened bread in your mouth, or did you take it in your hand?
I think I took it and then put it. Yeah, I take it, and yeah, I don't want them touching my lip, my
Well,
tongue.
When COVID came around, that was one of the first things they did. They helped
Right.
only drop it into everybody's hands because that would be absolutely horrendous.
We went to this non-denominational church for a while. It turned out it was a bad move, but we went there for quite a while. And anyway, they gave us these like little shot. They almost look like plastic shot glasses, and they had like two, which looked almost like pills in them, and it was supposed to be like, I guess, the modern day, body of Christ.
They're just being cheap gelatin tablets.
They were, and then what they would do is they had like a pizza tray, and they had like a bunch of them on, and they'd hand it down, and you would take yours and hand it to the next guy. That was how they did it there.
Were they little pills of dough, or are you saying like?
No, it was mass produced. It was like I mean, I'm not even sure what it was made out of. It kind of tasted like what you would expect it to taste like in that form. So I figured, I don't taste anything fishy, but they could have definitely spiked that with some if they wanted to. It would have been totally easy. Nobody would ever know.
I don't know if any of you guys have watched The Boys on Prime.
Oh, that I watched for about 5 minutes. That one little guy got small and jumped in the head of the other guy's penis. I'm out of here, man. That's the end. I'm not watching.
That's what I wanted to talk about. That's what I wanted to talk about.
I mean, I have no problem with gay folk, but hyper gay, ramped up hyper gay shit. I'm not gonna. I don't want to spend my time.
Don't you think it was like? It was a spectacle.
Oh, it reminded me of.
I thought you being a LiveLeak would have enjoyed that.
No, it's
LDK.
I guess I'm just getting too old for the really risque stuff. It's like a burlesque stage out there.
Basically, this guy's like Ant-Man, and he can shrink, but he climbs inside this man's penis and sneezes and grows to full size, and he just explodes this man's body from inside out.
Yeah. I had sort of moved away from the TV, and I saw the explosion, and then I backed it up, and then I'm watching, and what the fuck? Okay, that's enough of that. But I mean, if you guys have watched The Boys in past seasons, it looks like it'd probably be fun for anybody who could tolerate the occasional, really off-color joke that comes up. I just didn't feel like it. Too many selections out there to watch other than that,
Well, the Stranger Things is out as well. That's good. The season, is it season 4? Yeah, season 4.
Or is it 4? I don't know.
It's 4.
The Better Call Saul, I'm watching. They had the first, I think, 6 episodes of the latest season, and now they'll have the next 6 starting in July, but that's only on cable right now. The rest of Better Call Saul can be seen on Netflix, and I recommend it. It's a good show, but that's just me.
What's that guy's name that plays in that show?
Don't know his first name. He played a real good one where he played that real tough guy, and he beats
That's
up
what I was
everybody.
going to bring up, where he was he got on the bus, and
I said, "Is that the same guy?" Because he did
a
a good job of being tough,
It kind of got cheesy because it had Doc Brown from Back to the Future with heavy artillery killing massive amounts of people at the end of it.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. Yeah, what's the name of that movie?
You're talking about 1.21 gigawatts?
Yeah, him.
Random.
1 gigawatts.
Yeah. It's pretty much as absurd as
Oh, that's Jim Ignatowski from Taxi too. It's the same actor.
Yes.
Yeah, that guy is. I mean, he always seems to play a fucking spaz, so you can't really say he's dynamic.
He's like 70-something years old, and I think he starts out the movie in a nursing home, and he doesn't say or do anything. He just twitches, I think.
Oh.
And at the end of the movie, he's like, seriously holding like full Arnold Schwarzenegger and what was that, Commando or whatever.
Yeah. with
He's
Ray Don
shooting-
Chong.
He's shooting stuff
Sylvester.
like that off and blowing stuff up in this factory at the end of that movie.
You mean the scene with Ray Don Chong when it's the square thing with the 4 holes? It's a rocket launcher.
every single piece of equipment that they used in that.
All right.
That's what he's using. That's pretty much as obnoxious as it is.
Yeah, because he also had the famous gun that he used in Predator, which was like a modified M16 called an over-under with the M16 with the grenade launcher, pump action underneath. Now that is a cool weapon.
Yeah.
I mean, as a kid, I always thought now you have 2 things. You could shoot rock fucking grenades.
That's what I'm thinking
bullets.
that he had, that Doc Brown had in this movie. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
I mean, could you shoot your own grenade though if you launched it and were blasting away? What if you shot the grenade and fucking killed? I mean, like killed everybody. Who knows what? M203.
Like his body count was probably 50 by the end
That's
of
awesome.
the movie.
Well, we have 2 people waiting.
Cool.
Oh, right on. Okay. Let's
What is that movie called? It's called like
It's not revenge. It's something.
No.
I
grab
think
a
it's
few
a single
beers,
word.
take
I
a
think-
leak, and then I'll be right back. You guys.
All right.
continue
All
along.
right. Yeah. Let me hold the foot down.
I don't have my phone.
Yeah, it's not really a spoiler random goon. It's like literally the first 3 minutes.
Nobody, which is like a John Wick style. I like the John Wick movies. They're very good. I like them.
Yeah, I like John Wick.
Yeah. They are good.
He has the same values as me. Anyone touches a dog, they're dead.
Yeah, that there's an ACLU lawyer who was being snarky, on Twitter, and I just from my anonymous, username, it's this username pretty much. I told them that they looked like one of the people. It was either the John Wick movie or it was one of the Schwarzenegger movies. Looking forward to their, imminent fictitious theatrical death. That's
I'll just answer random goon. If you're not past season 3 by now, my buddy, then it's a bit late. It's been what? How long's The Boys been out? 5 years.
It seems. Is this the 4th season? Isn't it? I don't think it's the 5th.
Third season.
3rd? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think they had any uploads for 2 years, did they? Because of COVID.
All right, we're gonna get.
Yeah,
some people
COVID
here.
just torpedoed. It's
The
like
world.
on hold for about a year or
Yeah.
more. Very strange phenomena. You wouldn't expect it, but there it was.
Yeah, now that I realize that we can't do anything to bring up a juxtaposition of Ukraine and Russia, how we have no means of recourse to affect that. We also can't do shit about COVID, and whether it started in a wet market or a laboratory, irrelevant.
Yeah.
As my dad said, wherever this came from, can we get some fucking money back or something?
Right.
Can we punish them? No, there's nothing.
Right.
It's the same thing with Russia. This is all going to end. Thousands of people are killed, families, children, everybody torn apart. Nothing.
Monolithic.
When you're a big enough country in the world dynamic of the world, you can essentially get away with a massive
Atrocities.
There's
Yeah.
something.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
Old Chairman Mayo, set them up. It's it still has me amazed. They used to say, "Oh, communism is dead." Well, fuck no, it's not
Hey,
dead.
it's Lee.
Hey man, hey Lee.
Cypher,
Wait,
you
I
think
don't know
of a
where.
biscuit? Smokesteve.
What's up, Leroy?
Biscuit. Absolutely massive congratulations to you, mate. That is fantastic. Have you done that in just 1 week?
Thank you. One week.
It's
Yeah.
me, mate. It's good.
Good.
It's really good. Yeah. Keep it up, buddy.
I'm on about 700 to 800 calories a day.
A kilo's a couple
Yeah.
of pounds, 2 or something like that. 2.
Yeah, so he's at over just about 13 pounds.
Yeah,
2.2
nice.
times.
I
Two a
looked how
day.
much
Nice.
I looked how much a stone was online, and it was 6.3 kilos. I actually lost just like nearly exactly a stone. It
So
was like
correct me if I'm
13
wrong.
and three quarters.
You were drinking at this time last Saturday. So technically, you're starting tomorrow. So you could be down a few points tomorrow, even, because that's when it starts. You're at day 6 right now, the end of day 6.
Yeah.
You're
That one time I wrote to you, Biscuit Vapes, I made a point of converting all my,
There he
poundage
is.
over to, hey, LDG.
Hey,
All my-
Hey,
all- all my-
LTG.
all my poundage over to stone, so you didn't have to convert it. It's it's easy enough to do. You just get your conversion up on another tab and just do it. It just takes about 2 seconds.
I lost 7 pounds in the first 2 days.
Oh, yeah. That's
I'm guessing that 7 pound were mostly water weight.
Yeah, it is, and your body wakes up. One of the odd things about alcohol is that it actually slows down metabolism in addition to all the other wonderful effects that it has.
Yeah,
and that stops the body from burning calories even at a base metabolism rate. You're not getting burning of calories as you would when you're not drinking. So 2 days.
I've obviously put weight on there the last couple of days because I don't know if you guys are aware, it's been our Queen's Jubilee. So we had Thursday off and Friday off. And obviously the parties, it's just an excuse for a big party.
Hold on, real quick.
So.
I don't want to lose him again. It's an infrequent visitor. So alt-feed liberals, welcome your favorite man in the world, Mr. Tech.
Hey,
hey.
Hello.
Let me just mute my mic.
Sorry to cut you off, Lee. I just thought he looked like he was going to bounce. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
You're muted.
Oh.
You're muted.
Drone Tech, your mic's muted.
Drone Tech with all that tech.
He's being censored. Damn it.
Well, it's okay, buddy. No worries.
He might be like me. He has like 9 mute buttons.
You were talking about lottery wins earlier on not being taxed, which they're not. I think Biscuit verified that. Yeah. But do you have inheritance tax? It's like when you leave. Yeah, what's the rate? What is 40%?
It's called estate tax here, and I believe if the estate is valued at over $1 million, then it gets taxed.
Oh my God.
Fairly highly.
Do you know what ours is? If in dollars, it'd be just over $400,000. So if you leave any more than that, it's 40% goes to the government.
Oh my God, dude, that's unfreaking real, dude.
I didn't know that.
Not fair.
I better get my mum and dad to keep their estate under 400,000 then.
Well, I mean,
there is a loophole. You can start to give a gift each year to your children. I think it's a small amount. You can give them any amount. You've got to live 7 years after you've given it. Otherwise, you owe 40%.
Does that only count in cash version though, not in like property version? And
probably value.
Yeah. See what your mum and dad would have to do is, if they gave you say £50,000, they'd have to live for 7 years for it to be tax free. So some parents start to think, I'll start giving my money away to my children now. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, all my mum and dad's collateral's literally in stuff they own. Like my dad's got like 12 motorbikes, a big massive garage, a huge house.
That's cool.
He's got
and they won't even make
cars.
They won't make it natural. So what if you die by accident, right?
Yeah.
Like COVID hits you, or you get hit by a car or someone, you know what I mean? Like that's bullshit. You have to live 7 years.
Yeah,
that's horrible.
Yeah.
Hey, do you guys mind if I do a quick right turn on the conversation here?
Yeah, go for it.
I don't know, Drone Tech, are you audible?
Yeah, you guys hear me?
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, much better now.
Now, Hey, listen, dude, I was really intrigued earlier by a subject you were covering involving the horrendous murder of those kids in Texas. That there was some sort of an intentional aspect to a body count or to the police officers, or is that something you want to address here?
Well, yeah, sure. We can. Yeah, you're talking about on Twitter, huh?
Yes.
Well, I get a little bit more fringe on Twitter than I would on YouTube usually.
Okay, we don't have to go there. If this is questionable.
I mean, I would just say that there's a lot of like really weird. So I was, thin blue line kind of a guy for a long time, and I've really.
I still am.
I still am.
These cops fucked up down there. I still back my police.
Right. Well, I mean, my opinions changed a lot, not necessarily because of that, but because I've been watching a lot of those First Amendment audit videos and the Second Amendment audit.
Sure, yeah.
And just the way these police act. Like I started off thinking the guys behind the camera were kind of assholes, right?
Right, baiting them up, yeah.
Right,
So,
right. But
Audit the Audit is a fabulous channel.
love it. Yeah, he's one of my favorites. Yep, for sure. Very knowledgeable, that guy, for sure. But I started and they obviously have a lot of different styles, but you start to see that like there is a good reason for it. Like when actual change happens, you can see that, oh, okay, well, obviously, they had this presumed authorities and they're exposing that, so that's good. But so I was already starting to change, but then there's that and what happened with those kids and the fact all the police were out there just standing around doing nothing, actually arresting the mother who was trying to get in there. And I kind of understand, they were trying to keep her from getting hurt or whatever, but like, it's just odd to me that they're taking all these actions against people doing nothing while just letting this guy rampage in there. That's strange to me, for one. And that, these other elements had to sneak their way in there. And then you're seeing like the gun store he bought the stuff from. Apparently they sell a lot to the cartels. They're known for doing that. That's odd. The fact the FBI, yeah, well, all the FBI had contacts with this guy and they knew about him. Like the people, like there's just all this stuff going on. And then when the police just let it happen, I don't know, man. I got to start to question it at that point. I mean, there's something really strange going on that none of these cops do anything about that. And now they're being very standoffish. They're saying that, oh, we're not talking to the press anymore. And
yeah, I heard about that. They weren't talking to the Texas Department of Public Safety, who was.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want conspiratorial, stuff going on out there, stop giving every reason for people to think conspiratorially about it.
I wonder if they know they fucked up and they're just circling the wagons.
Oh, they done know they screwed up.
Yeah.
Oh, they knew they screwed up.
Yeah.
The second they said they're not going in, because a lot of these cops, and this is what I said on Twitter, that a cop should not be, if you're looking for a job, a cop is not for you. If you're looking for a paycheck and you want to come home to your wife every day, a cop is not your job. Like, you stop being a job to be a cop. You know what I mean? Like, you lay down your life, even if there's a chance the person is innocent.
Right.
Okay.
And that comes back to training. So if they all were really well trained and armed, if an 18-year-old can go into a store and buy an AR, then every fucking cop needs to have a better AR. Like, don't let the public who they're trying to police be overarmed or outgunning the cops. That's
I mean, on one hand, though, the population should. I mean, and again, I used to think the opposite on this, but more and more, I'm like, why should the population in a country where we have the right to bear arms, why should we be outgunned by those who have authority over us? Isn't the whole point to keep it equal? Give us some leverage?
I mean, at the end of the day, a 9mm handgun is just as effective at killing someone as an AR-15.
Especially when he's locked in a room. He's locked in a room with 19 kids. He could have had a knife and he could have done the same thing. I mean,
the only difference though is the through wall or through door capacity of an AR. You can kill somebody through two walls with an AR with good ammunition. With
you can do it with a handgun too.
Full metal jacket, yeah.
I don't know. It's not going to be as effective.
Yeah, you're right.
So
unless you're locked in a room with them. I mean, in that case, in the case of that shooting, which one of the most horrible. I hate talking about it. By the way, I freaking hate talking about it. Yeah, I hate taking the position I have to take. It's like it's not obviously a safe position to take, but it is I think it's closer to right than the emotional insanity, like from people who don't know what they're talking about in the first place.
Right.
Did you guys see that clip of and I can't think of the rep's name, black man, he talked about how he very threatening about how they're coming for it and they're going to circumvent basically democracy to do it if they need to, but then he got interviewed on Tucker's show by one of his reporters, and he's spouting off about, oh, we just want to ban semi-automatic, and she's like, well, handguns are semi-automatic, and then he kind of forgets that, and then he's like, oh, well, we're not coming after your handguns. It's like, but that's the point. Like, you people don't understand, like, the semi-automatic is just one trigger, pull, one fire. Right. And so they want everybody thinking it's just like every gun is a like fully automatic machine gun or something.
I know. There's so much. I mean,
There's a lot of confusion.
everybody knows so little about so many topics.
and I get it. It's like there's dead kids, and they'll say that. They're like, who cares about the details? There's dead kids. And it's like, I get that. But there's nothing in these anything that these people are proposing that could stop that. And like, if some psycho, that's the problem. We have these fucking insane psychos in this country who are as insane as like an ISIS terrorist that will like kill themselves to wipe out other, like they don't care. Like, how do you deal with that? Like, that kind of person will use a car, will use a pressure cooker, will use knives. I mean, the Columbine shooting, those guys use shotguns and handguns.
It attempted pipe bombs, but they sucked.
Yeah. Hey, cool effect on your eyes there. That's awesome.
How could you fuck up a pipe bomb?
All right, let me go. What did you just say about somebody who knows little about a lot of subjects? Based Welshman.
Hey, Based. yes, it's JCVD. He's here.
Buddy. What's up?
Oh, my hero.
Hi, Welshman. Hiya.
How you doing, lads?
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Hey, that's good.
I think the answer is clear.
Chrissy wants to join to debate me.
Do you know who this is?
Yeah.
I have no idea, but I'm willing to do it.
All right, here we go.
I don't care.
Potential porn.
Round one.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Right, man.
Oh,
Way to
man.
go.
Oh, damn
Way to
it.
go.
The microphone goes in front of your mouth, not
Well, I
up
mean,
it.
it was
Okay.
a nice looking woman.
Just-
I mean, you got
All right, hold on. We got one
Improve the
more.
show.
Oh my God, no!
Chrissy.
Oh, it is. No, it isn't.
Hey.
Oh.
What's up, man?
What's up?
What are you
Another
drinking
go.
there? Scotch?
Whiskey.
And Smokesteve thought
Peanut
tonight
butter.
was going to be dead.
Peanut butter. Yeah.
Yeah, drone tech, when you were mentioning in your video earlier on about mass shooting and the interpretation of mass shooting, even I was surprised of how wide and varied that is.
Dude, it's just like everything with these people. Like literally, like that's why they love fucking around with words and definitions of words and the meanings of things, because they can just make it whatever the fuck they want. That's why I always compare it to like that Star Trek episode, which was obviously referencing 1984, where he's like torturing him, trying to get him to say there's 5 lights when there's only 4. Like half the country said there's 5 lights, and they're willing to believe anything, and like that's what we're dealing with now. And the media is using that to their advantage, as anybody could have predicted they would. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, that's exactly why, like assault weapons, I constantly see people get assault weapon and assault rifle, people who claim to know what they're talking about. Like I'm no like aficionado on guns, like expert on guns. I know next to nothing about them. I mean, really, seriously. But these are like basic things that are easy to understand. I don't get it. An assault weapon is meant to be like malleable. Same with mass shooting. Sorry.
A buddy of mine had an AK, a Romanian AK that was from the Bill Clinton assault weapons ban era. So I'm like, what's the difference? He's like, 20 shot clip, no flash suppressor on the end of the barrel. And it was like a few different things with the grips, but it was essentially an AK, a very basic AK-47. But you could still fire off 20 shots as quickly as possible. And because it didn't have the flash suppressor in the front, it looked like a fucking explosion, like cannon every time you fired the thing.
Yeah.
But it was like the assault weapons ban of the time that Clinton had it, and it eventually ran out, was extremely insignificant to actual gun owners. It didn't affect a 20-shot clip, for Christ's sake. It's still like, how much damage can you do, you know? It was nuts. So these common sense gun laws, some of them do make sense. And when if they're saying going back to that, it's like simple modifications. 20 shot clip is a pretty robust amount of ammunition before you running out. And if you have one taped to it,
It
you
is.
know,
It is.
that's 40 shots.
Yeah,
Just-
I mean,
yeah,
the problem,
yeah.
Go ahead.
the
No, I just wanted
problem
to say
is
one
that we're
thing.
trying. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'll just throw out here that like there are federal background checks. A lot of people don't seem to know that. Like if you buy a gun, even at a gun show, like, and there are, I guess, like it's a private sale, but so like the private sales usually do background checks too. Like so, there are rare sales. There are no, there is like studies showing that
Depends
like a
on
lot
what
of the
state
private
you're
sales-
in.
And
Yeah.
on the
Right,
on
that's
that
true. That's true. But yeah, you're right.
drone tech on that, it's been about 4 or 5 years at least. But when I inherited my father's, what was it? It's the 1911. The Colt, right? Colt
That's a
45,
nice
1911.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
not
I took it to I took it to the gun show, and somebody just came up and he's like, I give you $900 for that, and he's a big old dude, and I was just like, I was sort of tempted, it's a lot of money, but is there an illegal aspect to that? Like, is that maybe an agent going, I hope this guy's a sucker, he tries to sell it to me and I'll pop him, I don't know, I don't know what the loopholes are.
Wouldn't surprise me.
It could be.
I've seen officers try to entrap people for the stupidest things, and they end up catching those particular people who are not even knowing what the hell they're doing.
Well, Florida,
On the
you don't have
mass
to register any
first time.
vehicles, register any guns, correct?
Say what?
In Florida, you don't have to register any guns, correct?
I don't know. I'm in Florida, but I don't know
I
the
think
rules.
I think they track it through sales. I mean,
Oh
some are.
no. Yeah,
Or they
track it
can.
through
They
sales,
don't.
but
I don't think
You
they
don't have to
a-
register it though.
No.
There we go.
No, you
Just,
don't
I've-
register a gun in Massachusetts either, but
Yes,
as you
yes.
say,
I got mine just in
it's
case.
when you buy it. What do you
all
have?
three
points
bullets.
there. Looks like
Bullets
a-
and a
What are those like
pin?
nuclear bullets?
Hold
There
up
are
one
3
second.
spare nuclear bullets.
I have 2 shots. If I don't hit you in the second shot, the third one's for me.
One or two
just
What is
Oh,
there
is it-
like? Is there like poison in it? You're gonna drink? You're gonna swallow it?
Yeah, tell me about it. No, I
Just make sure you
I
aim up.
used to work at a gun show, so they got some free bullets.
Oh.
so
Like,
what's the population of America? Is it 350 million?
About that.
About
yeah.
About 350
let's
million
go
if
with
you
that.
include everybody.
And you've got more guns than people, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Pretty
Yep.
much.
So if you ban legal guns, then that means only the bad people have the guns. Is that correct?
Right, they're not
Well,
going
that's what I
away.
was trying
We
to-
can't
Correct.
uninvent
Yeah.
them.
I mean, call
That's what
me
will
stupid, but it's like, you're going to be at home. You're going to hand your guns into the police. You're going to be at home. And if you had a home burglary, what do you call it? A home invasion, you call it, don't you?
Yeah.
If you had a
You're
home
screwed.
invasion.
Yeah.
You're
They literally
fucked.
make statues to a guy who invaded someone's home and held a woman hostage at gunpoint.
Yeah,
They build
Tom.
statues, memorials to him, and they let people rampage through cities and destroy businesses, kill people, go to suburban homes, yell at people to get out of their homes because they were white and they had no reason to feel safe. That they allowed, right? So, like, yeah, give up your guns, go for it.
Summer of
It's
love.
crazy.
That'll work great. I guarantee you that's gonna work out great.
Just a few days ago, somebody put a picture on Twitter that said 2 years ago today in Detroit, Maron, it looked like a fucking, literally a war zone. I mean,
Yeah, it looks like Ukraine. It looks like
No,
Ukraine. People have been doing memes about it, man. Steve, people have been doing memes about that. They've been saying
Detroit's
it's,
looked like that for a while.
they say this is Ukraine.
this was like
And they said, no, it's
far
Detroit.
away from above. Like
Oh yeah.
the city was rioting, explosions. I mean, this even happened in Boston, and they went for like, of course, like the Gucci store, the Apple store. I mean, like,
Have you seen the videos of DC when they were rioting and trying to get into the White House? Like, there's aerial videos. It looks like a war zone. Like, they talk about January 6th. If this video, like, if they replayed this video over and over, that would be like a day people would remember. Like, it looked like DC was burning. And they were literally trying to get into the White House and get Trump.
yeah.
But January 6th was the real insurrection, right?
It's different. It's different when they do it.
Well, yeah, obviously. Right. That's a thing, though. You know that. Like,
I know.
and
it.
I'm not an
I know
expert
it.
on Marxism or anything, but I know that like they had these ideas that like, oh well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, these things that we're doing, it seems like it might be bad, but it's not, because like we're we're trying to achieve this
The
amazing
greater
like
good.
Alinsky's
right.
11 rules for radicals. Yes.
Right.
Look 'em
It's
up
just like
if you haven't looked them up.
a rational person should be able to stop and be like, yeah, that's bullshit. But
No,
these
that's
people
a
are just
really-
like, oh
that's
yeah,
a really-
okay, yeah.
That's a
Jerome,
really good
when
point, though. When you've got a country that you can be armed due to your constitutional right, then these things are going to happen. And I think, irrespective of what you put into place to try and curb it, and I get the checks because that will stop a certain percentage, maybe. But the fact is, if somebody's that way inclined, if somebody's mentally ill and wants to go out and kill people, it doesn't matter what, they will find a way of getting a weapon to be able to do
We've
that.
seen it.
Now that doesn't.
You've seen it over and over.
And so exactly. So you've got a very small, as sad as it is, because God, it's sad. But for a small minority, you can't end up dictating the law to the rest of you that have got guns and are quite sensible with them. Do you know what I mean? It's going to happen. We'll probably be talking.
You don't
a few
fix
months'
these
time,
things with law.
God
Period.
forbid, and there'll be some other shooting that's gone on. But it's going to happen.
Law is supposed to be.
The fact of the matter
Law
is
is supposed to be what happens after you do it, not before.
right.
You're not going to fix things with law.
No.
You end things with law. You don't fix things.
We
with
need
law.
to beef up securities. We need to get armed. It sucks. It's crazy. It's like dystopian or whatever. But that's what we
the
gotta
reality is the police react to crime. You're the people who can prevent it. Do you know what I mean? You're the people who are there when the shit happens. And if you have that ability to have arms, then there's no point in calling the fucking police when the guy's directly in front of you, isn't it?
Yeah.
The problem is
giving up.
The problem is the problem is there is an answer. And this shooting at the school, this totally could have been avoided, or should I say, it should have had a higher chance of being avoided because the metadata was there. The metadata that was telling people, if you knew where to look, that this was happening on this day was there. The guy tweeted it out, for God's sakes.
Yeah.
About an hour before,
Right, but mostly it was peaceful. Like it was literally like a handful of people out of tens of thousands of people that like.
Oh no, I'm talking about the school shooting. Sorry.
Oh yeah, sorry. I don't. Yeah.
The school shooting. The metadata was there. Both of them. The last.
Well, why did the police not go in? Why did the police not go in? I'm going on this rabbit hole, yeah. But I've heard a couple stories.
We were just talking about that. Yeah.
Oh right.
Well, that's because they want they want to go home to their mom. They
cowards?
want to go home to their family. Yeah.
Fuck that, man. That's bull. Then fire them all. They all need to be fired.
They should be fired.
It probably will be.
Now I'm surprised it wasn't one cop, because if I would have been a cop, like you wouldn't be able to stop me. Like I'd be the cop running into that building by myself. And then if my people didn't back me up, then that would have been a whole nother story. But at least there should have been one cop that said, fuck this shit, I'm going in.
There was
45 minutes, wasn't it? 45 minutes.
Right,
now he could have slaughtered everyone in like fucking 10 minutes. So what the fuck were they doing?
Was he barricaded?
Well, he was locked.
Was he barricaded and there was actually officers in? I don't know. I stopped following it.
I'm pretty sure it was a locked door and they had to break it down. They had to bust in. Was there eyes in that room by any chance? Don't know.
I don't
really
know.
know. Shut up. They stopped talking.
The Border Patrol agents got a key from the janitor, opened the door, went in. The guy got his scalp split down the middle and then shot the shooter in the head. So they basically had head-on shooting.
Yeah.
The guy who killed him literally got a part down the center of his head from the shooter, and he killed the guy.
I saw that. So, did the guy have Kevlar and all that fun stuff too? The kid.
I think so. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
The shooter.
So,
yeah.
Do you think the cops were prepared to break through that door and take that suspect down?
Yeah, here's where it gets fucked up. No, here's where it gets fucked. Yes, they could have. Here, because the border guy did it. But here's where it gets fucked up. Is he was already shooting, dude. He was already shooting at that. He was already shooting at that school for like a while, and then he got in his car and then got into an act. So the cops knew about this guy for like an hour and a half or something. Yeah. Around that before he went into the school, and that nothing happened. Like what? How was he shooting at the school for like 30 minutes?
Very
and then
fishy.
he got to a car accident, and then ran.
I heard something about him. Did he not shoot his grandma before he even?
He did that as well.
In the face.
That was not known at that time, though.
Yeah,
right.
He was basically.
Yeah, it was. She called 911.
Yeah, you're right.
She was the first 911 call.
They
Yeah,
got
but
the
he
police
takes
got
off
all
when you
fucked
find-
up on their timeline, by the way, and that's why they stopped talking. Because the
So
press was messing on it.
it's very fishy. It's very fishy.
It is very fishy, definitely. It
I
seems
mean,
like
you
it's
just
more
stand
than
there.
it
You
is
stand
powder.
there.
I
You
don't know.
stand there, and you assault a parent trying to get to the kids.
What if there's some
You
cartel
fucking-
thing to this? Maybe it's not like an Alex Jones conspiracy, but maybe because like this place that this kid bought, this kid who's supposedly dirt poor bought these two expensive guns. He bought it from a place that's known for selling to the cartel. They sell guns and ammo to the cartels. But which is another thing. Like, if this is known by the police and the FBI, why was something not done about it?
Exactly.
Like what the fuck? And the same thing with the Buffalo thing. There was a former FBI agent that was talking to this guy, knew he was planning a mass shooting, and said nothing.
A year ago.
nothing.
A year
Said
ago.
nothing.
Yeah, but
What the
you're
fuck?
missing the point. It was mostly peaceful, apart from shooting a man in the face, crashing the car, and then slaughtering 21 people.
Mostly
Apart
peaceful
from
mass
that,
shooting.
apart from that.
Yeah. You know what I did last night? Just not to go off topic here,
There's
but
a suspicion over it there. There's a suspicion over it then. What's the end game? What are they trying to do? How are they going to benefit?
disarm the people.
If they just let him do it.
Say we throw this out there. Say the sheriff did know what was going to happen. Just say, right? Did know what was going to happen, or had intelligence to say that this is likely to happen, and they decided not to go in to actually enlarge this whole situation to do with the gun debate, to take the guns from you, or take the guns from Americans.
They're never going to take
It would be a
wait
war,
there,
civil
lad.
war, no doubt about it. Because
It
they
would,
would be
yeah,
killing Americans.
exactly.
Never say never. It's an amendment in the day, and they
I
can.
think we're going to go
do
to that. I think it will go
Still
to
won't
that.
happen.
But
So there we go.
I
So there we
think
go.
that will-
So there we
I
go,
think civil war
chaps.
is gonna
That's a scenario I literally just throw together, and it could, they literally could turn around and say, we'll take these casualties. We'll take more casualties, and it's not the first time, is it? They've done shit like this.
So you're assuming now that this chief of
I'm
police
just
is
throwing.
working
I'm throwing.
with the democratic regime of the United
I'm
States of America
throwing it
to
out there.
eliminate
I'm
guns.
throwing it out
isn't it?
there, and it's a fair comment. I'm not backing anything into it. I'm just throwing up a scenario out there.
Well, here's what really happened. The fucking chief of police and the police officers suck fucking ass, and they should have fucking grown a sack, gathered together, and fucking entered the school and done their best to eliminate the guy, because he was fucking killing children, and they didn't, and it's not because of a greater picture.
And why didn't they act? Why didn't they act? They knew it was a lone gunman, right? They
Well,
knew it was a
no,
lone
because
fucking
they-
gunman.
they're
Why didn't they
thinking of
fucking act?
themselves,
Because
well,
we've
we did
been put in a
30.
situation like that before. Because this is a little
I wouldn't-
podunk town out in the middle of nowhere that has no
Gee,
training for any event like that.
They probably make $40,000 a piece.
I don't
Right.
give a fuck whether you had training or not,
Hey,
right?
hey,
If
for
you're
them,
there
I
to
think
serve and
you're wrong
protect,
about that.
I'll take my oath. I'll take my oath very seriously if I
They
done
do
a
that
job
training.
like that.
No, it's
They
not.
do that training.
Of course they
that.
do
They-
training.
they-
It's
They
nationwide.
have to
It's
deal with the
nationwide.
cartels out there, man. They definitely do that shit.
But
100%.
this is a little bit, man. This was a little bitty town.
Little bitty. I bet you I guarantee you, if I look it
It's
up
national,
right now, I
man.
guarantee you they
It's
have
national.
a fucking MRAP. I guarantee they got an MRAP. I'm gonna look it up right
I don't
now.
even know what that. I don't even know what that is.
Is that
It's a
like a
fucking
Subway
huge
sandwich or
nothing.
something?
I'll tell you
It's
what
a fucking
MRAP
huge
is.
armored.
Sounds
armored
tasty, you know?
Tell me, because it sounds awesome.
It's fucking
You're
huge.
talking about a
I'm-
town that most of the parents worked in border control. They were trained. And then you had police officers tell them to back
Trained
off.
for what? Like chasing
Yeah.
chasing
And
Mexicans?
it's not a
They
million
had
miles
the
away.
firepower. They had the
and-
firepower.
Yeah, and it's not a million miles to say that the sheriff department could be bent, eh? Do you know what I mean? They could be
I
fucking
think there's gonna
dirty.
be. I think there's gonna be investigations of the highest level. We'll see them on, the highlight reels from each one of them, and what they're gonna figure out is there's so many small other towns in that area or in
I'm
the
giving you some
whole
image-
United States that is completely not capable to handle a situation like that.
They do training.
I'm telling
Am
you,
I
dude.
wrong? Wait. Time out. Am I
the-
wrong? Now I could be wrong. Weren't they doing training on active shooters in schools
Yep.
and close up space.
Oh,
Yep, they were. This is look. I want you to look at the police there. They're totally militarized there, dude. And they do have an MRAP.
I was about to say, because that was said in a news.
settles
I
it
don't know if
then.
was
Dang it!
true.
I tried.
They're like
But
literally militarized, dude. They look
here's
like
my-
a fucking. They look like a paramilitary group.
So
what seems
first,
what seems more strange to me is the fact that going back to what LGG said, is that this guy seems to have been red flagged anyway. I mean,
Yep.
he should have been
Exactly.
investigated. Yeah,
Yep.
which I mean, irrespective of whether they were trained to deal with it, this guy apparently then should have been
Red
should have
flags
been being
everywhere.
taught to. Yeah.
Well, no, not the fact that okay, I'm against.
Was it more of a time frame
depends.
issue?
No.
Well, I
But
mean,
what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Because, like, then
This country
everybody that has a gun, there's gonna know somebody that doesn't like what they're doing, and they're gonna complain about it, and every little thing is gonna get investigated. I
Can I
don't
tell you
think
something
that-
real quick? Can I inject something real quick before we? I just want to. MSNBC has a show. Joy Reid, you probably know her. That she literally said on her show that the cops didn't act because they were white racists and they didn't want to save the brown kids. But you know
Of
what the truth
course.
is? All the cops who didn't go in were all Latino cops, and the cop
Everybody
who did
lives
go
in that
in
area.
was a white guy.
Joy Reid is.
But they said that
literally
on a national news
on,
network.
Yeah, she's the worst on all the channels at the moment. Surely.
Absolutely, dude. Her and Tiffany
She's
Cross.
so anti-white.
Goddamn.
It's honest to God, it's fucking crazy.
Like she's gonna get somebody killed. Like I think the guy, the Wakasha guy, and that Subway guy are probably fans of her because I know at least that the Subway guy he followed all the NBC channels on YouTube before they took it down, and I got screenshots. So yeah.
Way back in 2015, Joy Reid was one of the ones that just cackled with laughter when Ann Coulter said, of all the declared candidates, Donald Trump,
Remember
and everybody in the
Oh,
audience panel laughed at her.
Bill Meyer was there, wasn't it? Was it Bill's show? And they were all laughing, like six of them.
Yeah.
If you ever want some Schadenfreude, you want to feel some Schadenfreude, that's what you watch is that shit. Those videos where they're like, Donald Trump, and they're like that about they get cell phone like that constantly. I really don't understand how anybody how they still retain any power or influence at all.
And you got Skeletor, Pelosi going, mark my words, Donald Trump will not be president.
ripping the speech in half.
Oh yeah,
that's unbelievable.
Steve, who would you vote for, Trump or DeSantis, or who would you rather run? You probably don't like either of them, do you? You alt-feed liberal.
Yeah, I mean, you're not giving me great to choose from. I said earlier, I like the governor of Massachusetts who's about to not run for governor anymore. He may go presidential, Charlie Baker.
Okay.
He'll probably change it to Charles Baker. Charlie's kind of a Charlie in the MTA. It's a Massachusetts thing, So
it seems old.
Nice.
You don't see too many young.
Oh, he's a nice guy.
Aphid, who do you like?
Not Charles though.
Who do I like?
Sharp.
You could have asked me that every day my entire life, and there's not one answer I would have been able to give you.
Yeah,
Tech.
Hey, I'm with you, man. There's nobody I can really say I like either, except for maybe Tucker.
Look at you, big Tucker Carlson guy.
It's so ridiculous.
Well, I'll tell you what. I've said it 6 months ago.
Of American politics at the moment, just from a UK view, and it's my personal point of view, but of the state you're in at the moment with politics, it's like a ship with no captain. That's what I just feel that the United States is like at the moment.
We're in trouble. We are in serious fucking trouble. I'm not even joking.
Of a lot of power
dominating the rest of the world.
Different governments. There's a
keep dominating
power
pretty much every way, shape, and form.
And it's
dominate them all with our
globalization of.
Irrespective of your politics, it just needs someone to become president that gets a grip of everything. Because I just get the feeling you guys are out of control to a degree.
Well,
Right.
but
We hate each other. We are two
Not
different
the
countries
president's
right
job
now.
to
And
change
we
the
fucking
world.
hate each other. We really do.
Well,
I
to
think
go on
he
that
needs to vote his
DeSantis,
opinion before
Well,
he falls asleep.
the far fringes really are being catered to in order to sell the
Hang in there,
high,
Smokesteve.
the views on the news shows, and they're just playing up the fringes. I mean, really, really crazily. I mean,
Yeah.
people that have no business being put front and center are being put front and center, and
Right. On
it's
purpose.
just stupid.
Well,
But
look-
what an idiocracy, I guess.
Yeah, it's like we should be
going
bringing
on.
people together. When I was a kid, that's what it was all about, right? It was Captain Planet, bringing everybody together. We're all friends. We common goal. We love this country. We have this common goal of equality. And then at some point, like there was a communist infiltration or something. I don't know if it started a long time ago or whatever. But the
Long
shit
time
that's
ago.
going on, you have to admit, it's all like communist. It is.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I haven't seen your channel in a while, but it sounds like you want to completely unity with that last
Yeah,
statement. Is that fair to
absolutely,
say?
dude. Fuck yeah, man. I love the idea of humanity getting together, unifying throughout the planet, exploring space, going out and colonizing and shit. I love that. Let's do it.
You're gonna love my Project Prometheus, then. 'Cause that's exactly
That's why I love
what I'm
Elon,
trying
man.
to do.
Elon thinks that too.
Fuck
Oh, yeah?
Elon. No,
No,
Elon.
no,
I'm
fuck
sorry.
Elon.
I'm not liking
He-
Elon right now.
Are
You know
you
why?
serious?
Because he calls Twitter free speech, and he thinks it's worth $45 billion.
No, that's not
That's
true.
pissing me off.
He says
What's true
Twitter
then?
should be free
Well, did
speech.
you see his bot thing? He's obviously trying to lower
Everything
the
should be
price.
free speech, but I mean that's a default to everything.
Right, but
Everything should be free speech.
Right, but here's the thing: Twitter, the power they wield, and you're already seeing them doing this right now. But along with the other tech giants, but they can obviously influence elections.
Meatloaf grenades. I'm sorry.
They can only influence elections because they're the only ones playing the big boys. They're the big boys playing
That's why
right now.
what
The
Elon's
second,
doing is great. But besides that, what else?
What is he doing?
Elon is fucking dude. Have you watched a rocket? Have you watched one of his rockets launch and then land?
oh, okay, minus the
watch
space
that shit?
program. I'm sorry. Yeah,
I don't give a
minus the
shit about
space
anything
program.
else. The
That's
space
good.
program.
A lot
Yeah,
more
the space
good than
program's
bad, I'll
good.
tell you that.
When
Okay,
it comes
I'll tell
to
you what
Elon,
though.
that's all I really give a shit about.
Elon's not going to buy Twitter. He's going to pull out of Twitter. It's really
Probably.
honestly.
He already
God.
did. No, yeah, it doesn't make sense to. I can make a true public platform with $1 billion. Okay, you don't need 45. Okay,
Yeah.
seriously, he has more followers than the fucking platform.
But he still did something, I think, with all of this. But
Made a point.
still, when it comes to
Yeah,
Elon,
he's made a point.
pushing humanity. He's pushing
What, his
humanity into
bot's point?
space. What?
It's way overvalued. 45.
Yeah.
That's why
It's
he's
way
trying-
overvalued.
That's why he's brought
But
the
okay,
box
so you
in
take
there.
Starlink, right? You take Starlink, and what Starlink's going to do? He's going to commercialize worldwide global internet through satellites, right? So what's the next thing that's going to come from that? You're going to have corporations having their own WWW, their own privatized internet. Next thing you know, every single device that you buy from Samsung, LG, you name it, is going to come with its own secret hidden Wi-Fi that accesses their own privatized internet, thanks to Elon Musk. Excuse me. Destroying physical media, destroying any kind of, having rights to your own devices and what you want to see, hear, think, and say and do online. It's not going to be pretty, man. What do you think? Just because
I'm sorry, LDG. Let me ask real quickly: is anybody else getting an intermittent silence and freeze, like about half a second?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Every couple of minutes. Every couple of minutes.
Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt, LDG. Go ahead.
Not me.
I
No.
didn't.
I mean, it's just like you think he's setting the building blocks for these beautiful things. And don't get me wrong, I'm totally for it if it's right. But do you really think those dominoes are going to fall into place? 9 times out of 10, technology has been proven, right? It's supposed to make things cheaper and more available. That is technology, right? So you can do the same thing cheaper with less and give it to more people. But what's been the overall outcome of technology? Things are more expensive and harder to find.
No,
Why?
cheaper.
Because the default, because the only people in power right now are the corrupt ones that are going to take advantage of things. Just like how the internet, when the internet first came out, the internet was so much better in the 90s.
Just
The internet
I'm
was
on the
so
record
much better in the
disagreeing.
90s. Fuck yeah.
Really?
I'll agree with that.
Not
no.
with passion, but
Hell yeah! Now what happened?
Fucking
Now
A, dude.
corporations.
not
Fucking
across
A.
the board.
You
Really
go
reminiscent
back
about-
to the internet of the 90s where a photo took an hour to load and it went ding ding ding.
Minus the bandwidth, I'm talking about the general internet. Like when back in the good old days of Napster. Now there's somebody who knew how to make a true public platform.
The Wild West.
Unfortunately, his ass sold out. He had the government by the balls. He had copyright by the balls. He had all the companies by their nuts with Napster and said, you can't do a damn thing. You can't sue me. You can't not. They had to buy him out to shut him up. You don't see anything like that anymore. You don't see that today. You don't see programs doing that anymore.
Napster
It's
created
been a while since the late
the
90s, hasn't it?
streaming and download services, didn't it?
What? Biscuit, I'm
The
sorry.
streaming
sorry?
and download services came about because of Napster.
Did they?
Hey,
Well, I would know. I would know if it's
Might have
because of
had paid
Napster, but
for those platforms, yeah. The technology. I mean, it's wonderful progression. I mean, the software engineering. I'm sure not all of you, but a number of you have.
we were getting there.
Engineering capabilities.
Yeah.
And, it's just wonderful to watch that. And I mean, the generations, the Zoomers, the Millennials, that next generation down. The snazzy word is polyglots. They're going to know multiple written languages. They're going to know multiple verbal languages. And right now, most people know maybe one or two, spoken languages, and maybe a good programmer might. Well, I can't speak for programming at all, but there will be more and more polyglots.
It should start becoming.
Communicate
Be
everywhere.
part of the school's programming. Should be part of the school syllabus.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
Well, it should be. Not everybody can program, but the what do you call that? The underlying.
You should get a basic understanding of programming before you leave school.
Yeah, the underlying mechanics of programming can be applied to anything, basically. So yeah, I agree.
Hey, Topple.
But what you gonna do? Like I said, what you gonna do, man? Right now, the internet is in the power of the corporations. Not even the programmers. Like at least in the 90s, you had, it was the programmers that led the charge. Now you just have millionaires or billionaires who just say, "I want this website," and they just throw money at a development team to make it, and it's not the same. It's
Hey, Topple, you with us, dude?
Not at all. I don't know where you guys went.
What's up, Topple?
How you guys doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great.
I'm doing great.
Looks like
I have a really awesome porch or backyard there. Looks nice.
He's got a sweet pool. He's living the life.
Oh man!
my neighbor's
I'm so
setting off
jealous,
fireworks right now.
Why can't you be my neighbor? And I can come over and swim all the time. Damn. And there's these. We take walks all the time, and there's this old couple, and they got this awesome pool, and I'm always like, my kid is always like talking to everybody we pass. I'm like, talk to these people. We gotta become friends with these people.
It happens to us all the time. My friend, the neighbors around, they move in. They come over to us first. They're like, "Hey, how you doing? You like to drink?" I'm like,
hilarious.
"Yeah."
Right.
That's so funny, dude. Oh man, I bet that's
Bring you
crazy.
booze, and
Then
they
I'm
hope
like,
to get
"What's your wife look like?" She could come over, yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Exactly.
Oh, so you guys have
come at the worst.
I don't know if this is
Now I'm
the
wondering the
topic
stories you
for the
have.
channel, but you guys haven't mentioned the huge victory of John.
Oh, you
Depp.
mean? Yeah. I know where that went.
You
I don't-
said
I
Johnny
could
He
get
Depp?
won
glass.
the lawsuit
Who-
against his
Do you support Johnny
ex-wife?
Depp? He beat that woman.
No,
No,
he
he
didn't.
I don't see any evidence. I don't see
did?
any evidence of that.
She said so.
Is she mentally?
You don't believe women?
Is she mentally ill?
No,
Are we making fun of?
I don't
a
believe
woman
people who
that's
are females.
ill?
sorry, I don't call them women.
Yeah,
What is a woman anyway? I have no. What is that?
People
that
who
you're
are
talking
females. That's it. That's ever since this whole bullshit came up with people thinking that gender makes you, and I'm like, no, you're a person before you're fucking gender. Okay, first of all.
All right,
Second of
right.
all,
I just want to say happy birthday to Kathy because she has double D's. From,
Really?
yeah, that's what their neighbors
I
thought.
need to
If
keep
it's
my
double
readers
D's,
on.
happy birthday.
Hey, Steve, I don't want to step on your toes. I kind of wanted to suggest a topic I think could be
Yeah.
spicy and kind of
Yeah, yeah.
ties into what we were talking about
In-
earlier
in-
about not
Please,
trusting
you're not
police.
stepping on my toes, buddy. Go ahead.
Yeah, in the back chat.
Yeah. So, have you guys seen this? There's
Yeah.
a video that's come
Yeah,
out from
seen
this
it.
gay bar in Dallas
Sound,
With
it was
the-
sounds hot already.
with a drag show for kids with police that are there,
Yeah.
for security, I guess, watching.
It's-
And
well,
there's
Alex
literally a
Stein.
neon sign in the background that says, what's it say? It says, "It's not gonna lick itself," is in the background.
Nick.
And
Yeah,
they're stripping,
I see
and
it.
the kids are giving them money.
Tips. Honestly, I left a comment. It's
I
Alex
saw
Stein's
that one.
video. Is it Alex Stein's video? I've got it on YouTube now. I can get it on YouTube as well.
Yeah,
Alex
yeah,
Stein.
yeah.
It's
That,
sick.
that Joker guy, it looks like Steve Crowder, kind of.
Yeah, he does like council meetings and stuff. Trolls a lot of people.
Yeah, him.
It's
He
fucking
recorded
honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
mean,
recorded it. This
Ugh.
shit,
There are-
the cops are protecting it. He went and started questioning one of the strippers at the parking lot who was running away from him, and the cops protected the child abuser.
Yeah.
It was
Nick.
just stripping in
There
front of
are
children.
What are
child-friendly
they
drag
doing
shows
on
where
stage?
they're literally just singing.
There's
but
video.
that-
No.
that doesn't sound-
No,
that
no,
doesn't
no.
sound child-friendly at all.
Yeah.
They're
No,
singing,
no,
so
they're
I
definitely
guess-
stripping, and this is not the first
Groomers.
instance of this, by the way. We've seen
Yeah.
this shit multiple times before. Why,
Yeah.
why are we connecting drag queens and kids in the first place? I don't even want to get into a debate about if they're stripping or not. It's like, fuck
So-
that. Why are
so-
fucking drag queens with kids in the first place?
It's crazy. There is literally just men in dresses, and they're literally dancing in some weird way. Anyway, it's not even like
Very
it's just-
sexual.
yeah,
Pumping
but
air and shit.
it's just once again, and then you got like a 5-year-old, 4-year-old child girl.
Were they Scottish? Were they killed?
And she was giving them like money, and I was just the connotations. I left a comment on his channel. I can't remember what I said. I'll have to have a look now, but it was just like I honestly I just couldn't believe it. Just thought it was like when the guy like straddled that table in that video ages ago. And his like cock was hanging out. Remember that one? That footage. That was just
what
like,
they do
what
is
the
they
fuck?
basically wear these like bodysuits and leotards, and then they like basically do a strip routine, but they strip to that. It's still a strip routine. In some cases, the kids are giving them money. In this particular case, they're doing it. Look at the link I put in the private chat. There's a big neon sign in the room that says it's not going to lick itself. What the fuck does that mean? And why are the fucking police staying there watching this and doing nothing? I'm like, this is another thing where I'm just like, fuck the fucking police. Like, I'm sick of this shit. This is happening in Dallas, Texas? What the
Steve,
fuck?
Can you play it, mate? Can you play it to show? Or
No.
This is a child-friendly event. Oh, by the way, I am going to my own small town. They're having a
That's nothing to laugh at, is it?
Look at this.
Should
In my
make you
own
angry.
I just moved to a new town. It's a pretty small town. They're having a child-friendly drag event on June 11th. Can you believe that?
Oh no, no.
There's another group having another hetero marriage, traditional marriage event at the same time in the same location, apparently, because it's a public space. So I'm going to be there live streaming. So you should check that out.
Well played, mate.
A hetero.
It's a marriage. It's a marriage, traditional marriage event that's going to happen the same time that this drag queen, family-friendly event's going on in Town Square, where I live now, which is a very small town. It's Marysville, Ohio. It's where we have a Honda plant. That's
Doesn't
basically
it sound like a bunch of like idiots are arguing at each other?
Right. That's why I'm going to be there live streaming.
Yeah. Joan Tech.
No, but I want to ask adults. I'm going to ask adults what they think about drag queens and children, and I want them to explain to me on camera why they think that's okay. And I'm not going to be combative. I just want to say in their own words, and I'll put that shit on the internet.
You're going to put it on YouTube.
Yes.
Joan Tech. Do yourself a favor. The week before or a couple of days before, go to the venue and do a live stream from there, and unlist it and do it unlisted on your channel. Just check the reception.
Sorry.
I think you're going to get an answer no different than asking why flat earthers think the earth is flat. You're going to get the same kind of response.
It's a cult. They're going to give me culty responses. Yeah, of course. I mean, I know that.
Well,
But I just
is there any legal aspect? Do you have to tell them who you are, what you're doing?
not in
is-
public. I will. I mean, I will. I'm not going to be deceptive about it, but it's public. So if I'm filming in public, I can film whatever I can see in public.
That's it.
Interesting, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Steve, I've got to tell you a story.
You don't have any expectation of privacy in public, so yeah.
Excuse me.
Hey,
Unless you're in the
listen,
bathroom.
Steve.
that the nightly news could film the same thing that you're filming.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
it's the
I've got
same-
Steve.
Yes, sir.
So I got to tell you a story because when I've been it's been like I've been a family barbecue and stuff today because the Queen's chili and stuff. So I get home, I think, just have a smoke. So I've got you in the background, and you do not know how much you were making me giggle tonight. I mean, belly laughing.
What about anything in particular?
I think we lost him.
I lost you there. So, yeah, sorry.
There he is.
So first of all, you went, have I ever been to a gay club? And you went, no, I haven't. And then you thought a minute, and you went, well, actually, I've been to one. And then you went, oh, it's to do with friends. And then all of a sudden it turned into, well, actually, I've been to two. So that was making me laugh from none to two.
Yeah, none to two.
And then you
I've been to gay clubs when I
and
was
then
in the
you were
raves.
like, you were being so PC. You were keen to point out, oh, but the second I went to was with two girls. And they were very attractive. You had to point that out, which was making me laugh even more. And then you went, and I'd taken a tablet, an LSD or whatever, and then you came out with a classic line, which was, I was in there, man, and I was just tripping out on balls. You got to watch it back. It's so fucking funny when you said that. It was just brilliant. Anyway, sorry.
I gotta say, I was listening to that
really
too,
made me laugh.
Smokesteve. And I was
Yeah, and I was having
thinking
a smoke
you were
with
explaining
it was
how
funnier.
you were explaining how like you were talking like it was a good experience and like it was a positive experience in your life, And to me, the description of your preparation to go there would create absolute horror in my life, like one of the most horrible experiences I could ever imagine in my whole entire life. And it's crazy that it just went the way it did for you. So good.
Yeah,
for you.
it was nuts, dude. I woke up the next day.
6? Seriously, dude? 6?
Yeah, I had a bunch of weed in
dude.
my pockets. I flew
Jesus,
across
dude.
country with like weed in my pockets. I could smell the cannabis wafting up as I was sitting on the plane. This was 20 years ago at least, but
Crazy.
yeah, I
Wow.
mean, it was nuts. It was a nuts.
Hey, you know what? I need some
Grateful
smoke. I'll be
Dead,
back.
like this was probably right around about a year or two after Jerry died, so it was crazy.
I don't
Just
know
saying,
any
dude.
song from
6.
Greyfriars Dead.
Yeah, you do. Friend of the
I
Devil.
don't. What the fuck is that?
Uncle Tom's Band? Uncle John's Band. Sorry.
No. No.
Nothing?
No.
Anybody see What Is a Woman yet? Matt Walsh's thing came out to what is that?
no.
What is that website? Daily Wire, I think. It's a Daily Wire related.
We're back on the trans thing.
I don't know, man. What
Yeah,
happened?
We
I thought we were
circled
talking
back.
about. I thought we were talking about Jerry. What happened? my,
Oh, look.
my brain left for a minute.
I'll stop. Go ahead, Jerry. Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah, right. We're fucking sausaging it up.
Tell your wife to jump on. Tell her to
won't
jump on.
Well, I
know.
could
Get
tell
your
her,
friends
but
to come on, Smokesteve wife.
there's no way in a million years. she'll-
I wouldn't blame her if she didn't want to come on here. So
Yeah,
She could sign language with that robotic arm that she used to use.
He doesn't want to be associated with us.
Yeah, I missed the robot arm. I do.
So Smokesteve's wife, if you're listening, please learn sign language with your robotic arm and come back and communicate with us.
she's saying hi to Goon. That's nice.
don't say that. Don't say anything to that asshole.
What, you don't like Goon anymore?
Mm.
Uh-oh.
He's a prick.
A
More
lover's
drunk.
quarrel.
Here
Yeah,
we
lover's
go.
quarrel, you know.
He better come in and
He
defend
loves
himself.
you, man. That's terrible. I'm sorry you guys had a
Let's open
falling
trouble
out.
here, but
Yeah, we had a big falling out. He should come on here and defend himself.
What'd you have, a bad day?
You know me. I'm very sensitive. Very sensitive. I
So
don't like-
Topple, you frequent the trigger warning.
Yes, I saw
thing.
that today.
So did something happen like leading up to that? Because you would still go there. So did something happen?
Well, you didn't go there? Well, you got all big and famous on your channel. You want to visit the other one?
I don't really even go to be honest with you, I don't even go to mine. So
Wow,
to answer
epic
your
call
question-
out. That's
True.
call out.
to answer your question, I
Well,
don't really even go to my own.
I think we should be careful on yours and maybe delete some stuff too there, just in case.
Well, Last Dance said something to me about there's some questions.
Some has
up
been
on there.
deleted. Excuse me.
But
if you
I
will.
like have no clue, like, because I haven't seen nothing.
Well,
I don't
people
know
have
what.
been
Like I
self-deleting.
go there, and there's so many
Self-deletion.
new comments and stuff. I'm like,
I
oh
think
shit,
the
what I gotta
meme-
look through?
I think
So
the
if you can
meme
link me to something,
section,
for example, the what section?
maybe the meme section might have caused some
I don't have a meme section.
problem.
No,
He's
trigger
talking
warning.
about on the TW.
Oh,
You think it was the little person? The little people?
Oh, I thought you were saying I need to delete some stuff from my
Not-
place. I thought.
Well, yeah, I think I said some bad stuff there that you might want to delete.
I'm not worried about it. Unless you guys like. I say let it fucking roll, dude. I'm you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
surely there's nothing gonna come up. They're not gonna
No,
look
right.
at every comment on every.
Are you talking shit again, Aphid? People told me you talk shit about me on one of the streams.
Am I talking?
I'm just
Shit?
kidding.
What?
No, somebody did say you said something, but it was about my hair or something. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
I didn't say nothing. I swear to God, you can.
Drone
I know
Tech
you
has
can
the
go back
best
and
hair
watch.
I've
Do you
ever
want
seen.
somebody talking shit? I
I've
don't
never
even
said
know you,
anything.
but if you give
I
me a
don't
minute.
care. Somebody,
You're not having a good hair day.
Is that
today, I'll
Hayden?
tell you.
Is Hayden here?
No, it's Smokesteve when he leaves.
Oh, I was
Hayden,
like,
I
oh
swear
my
to
God,
God.
Hayden, what's up, buddy?
Hayden doesn't have
Seriously,
time
man,
for this.
Drone Tech, like, look at me, dude. If anything, I'd be like, damn, that's one thing I like about that guy. He's got a nice hair.
Oh wow!
I hate wearing headphones. No,
That's the worst you got.
No,
So
I
why
went
would
back
say
and I
something
watched
about
the
your hair?
episode. I'm like, I'm not seeing anything. A couple people were like, oh, he was talking shit about your hair. And I'm like, what? It was weird. I don't even know. That was a while ago. I don't give a fuck.
Maybe I said something about where you wearing product. I could see me saying.
Oh, I
something
think
like
that's
that.
what it was. That is what it was. I did
don't
watch it. I was
remember
like, I don't give a shit about that. Like, why do I care?
Well, it was probably in reference to you. It was probably in reference after the fact that you went on like your website or your YouTube or whatever, and like called us all the alt feed liberals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Hey.
I mean, I felt like I have to defend because I didn't see it or anything, but I was shown it, and then I went there, and it seemed like you were kind of defending people that were too harsh on us. But you know, you did paint us all a broad brush. Like I don't think Smokesteve's too cool, and I don't want to speak for him. He can speak for himself, but
Well,
you would refer to him as a liberal.
Drake,
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
look,
Just
I will.
listen.
Hey, I will
You
be.
had a
Can
picture on
I
there.
answer
You
this?
said
For
it's not
views.
cool. What are you
Did you
talking
not?
about?
Like for
Let
views,
Drone
you wanted
talk.
to paint us down.
It's for
right?
view. It's clickbait, obviously.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
that's
fine.
like
That's
like
how
I'm
else
not
am I
gonna
gonna get? No,
I'm
look.
not gonna do something to click
Let me-
bait for my buddy Smokesteve here. I would never do that to him.
No, I would
no,
expect
no.
it. I loved it, and I thought it was totally
That's why
fine.
I did it.
The
To get
funny
people
thing
to you.
was, our boy
Drone
Last Dance
Tech,
actually.
that was so fun. That was so funny. Oh, Aphid Lib, I don't care. I don't give a shit. Yeah, but I went back and watched it.
No, I did, but I didn't. But that's why I didn't
cared a
care.
little bit.
No, that's why because I watched it and I was like, what? And then he said that, and I'm like, oh, that must have been it. But I don't like that's not he's
I'm
not
playing,
attacking
I'm
me.
playing.
That's not an attack. That's all I meant. That's all I meant by that. But
You know, the
you're
funny
right.
thing
You're right
is-
though. Yeah.
We
But,
can talk about Ted Cruz if you want. Should we talk about
You're
Ted
right.
Cruz?
Our boy Last Dance had
Look
changed
at
his
Topple
name
down.
to.
No,
like
he
real
had
quick, let me
changed
just
his
say real
name
quick.
to alt feed liberal, ironically. Which was
Well, let me
funny.
just say real quick. First of all, I thought you guys would get that. I was just like, it's like WWF kind of a thing, like with
I
the
got it.
thumbnail. You know, I was trying to make it look like obviously like I'm like whatever. But like I wanted to bring. First of all, most people are not going to watch like a rando debate video, which is what that is, right? For most people, nobody knows who any of us are.
Right.
And I was like, but if I put it that like kind of. If I frame it in that way, it'll bring more people in, and that'll send more people to your stream. And that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
was trying
I
to
thought
bring
it was
maximum
awesome.
people to you guys.
I thought it was awesome.
And I didn't think like if they watched it, they could obviously see that you're rational. You're not like
Well,
crazy
I mean,
people.
The picture you used of me in the thumbnail, I
Right.
was so like.
I could not find. Right, I know. Well, I found a couple of you, but like
I mean, all you have to do is pause it at any random time in the show, and I look fucked up because I'm pretty much always fucked up on this thing.
That's so funny. No, it was fine. I thought I was amazed with the amount of views it got actually, because usually those kind of videos don't like do very well. That one actually is one of those
views.
ones.
I only saw it when you first posted it. I never went back and looked at it again. It got a bunch of views. Like,
yeah, it did. It got like 5K views. Nice. Like 5K views. Pretty good.
Grand.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Pretty good for that kind of a video. Yeah, for sure.
Drone, have they given you a one of those play buttons yet or anything?
Well, yeah, you can see it there. Yeah.
What is that? 100,000 views, subscribers?
Yeah, I gotta like hang it up and do like a background. I'm so fucking busy, man. I got 3. Like when I quit my job to do this full time, and I'm gonna watch my kids, and then we had another kid. Now I have 3 kids at home, all day, every day. Obviously, like I don't know if any of you have ever done that, but it's not an easy thing. And to keep the channel going and stuff is just not. It's not been easy, but yeah, somehow I managed to get that, and I haven't. I was gonna hang it up and do a background, but I just haven't had time.
That's good, man.
Very nice.
That's awesome. Must have felt good.
I'm amazed, like, because they shut my channel down once for 3 months with like no fucking reason. It was just down, like I wasn't able to get in it or anything.
They killed your Discord server.
That just happened. Yeah, they just killed it. No idea why. They said I was spreading misinformation. It's like if I could talk to somebody and try to nail that down, it's like they know it's fucking bullshit. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, you had a lot of people involved.
They didn't give you a specific reason?
No, it just said that. It said it's being shut down because your channel is being used to spread misinformation.
But they didn't give you examples of
which is bullshit because it's a private server. You should be able to say whatever the fuck you want on a private server.
And I gave them $100 like for the year for Nitro or whatever. I just did that like a month ago. Like what
that's so this is what I'm talking about, man. Like, they're abusing the system. That's not the way Discord should be working. But
and I have no recourse, like none. I filed a ticket, never got a response. So
you got a recourse. Subscribe to my channel because I plan to change this, man. I'm sick and tired of it. I really am.
Well, I will subscribe. I'll check it out.
Here's the way I look at Discord. It's a place where I can, create a couple of rooms where people can talk to each other or share content.
Private room, exactly.
So,
yeah, exactly what it's supposed to be. It's a private room where you can do whatever the hell you want. This is what I do with StreamYard. I keep a StreamYard up 24/7. It's a place where you can always find me if you have a computer issue or whatever, you want to come talk or need help. And it's just a StreamYard. I can only have 10 people on it, whatever, but it's open 24/7. No different than Discord and stuff. I can say whatever the hell I want, show whatever the hell I want, do whatever the hell I want, and nobody has a right to say otherwise.
Well, they do. I'm a former IT guy too, by the way. I did that before I did YouTube, but yeah, man, that's all I had it for. I have a gilded server now. Hopefully that stays up, but it's like I'm starting all over again. I had like...
Well, it's always been starting all over again. We've been starting all over again since IRC. I mean...
Hey, I've been around that long, man. I was a big IRC user. I used to download anime that way back in the day.
Dude, I'm telling you. I mean... It's always starting over. Why? Because it's always easier to start something new under the pretense of being different. Yeah. Just to lead, the end of the road is just to be the same as everybody else. And YouTube already proved this because YouTube is supposed to be different until they got bought out and sold out.
Drone Tech, do you
by Google.
How you discovered LiveLeak, which is essentially why we're all here.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that too, because that's such a weird thing that I'm here and now you bring that up, because just yesterday I was on, have you guys ever heard of Funker? He used to be a live leaker. Back when I was doing that shit, same shit. His name's Funker and he does combat footage. But where I pretty much gave it up when, forever ago, he kept going and now he's got a big website. Check it out. Just Google Funker, you'll see it. But I was on his site last night looking at like combat footage from Pakistan and India and ISIS and shit. My God, man, I saw some crazy fucking combat footage, man. Like I've been on that site before, but I just did a not safe for work search. And I found all these videos. I'm like, holy fuck, man! I've never seen.
This is what you're talking about.
Not safe for work search.
Yeah, Funker 530 exactly. But anyway,
okay. Wait, I'm curious. Wait, before we go any further, I have to know. Cup of Tea. Do you just have one account on there, or could I be just throwing it out on a limb that you have multiple accounts on Funker 530? Okay, sorry, Drone Tech.
Well, I watch a guy on YouTube called Operator Starsky. He shows a lot of military footage on in Ukraine. And he's really good.
But that guy is really good. But yeah, I was posting combat footage from Iraq and Afghanistan on that what's fuck. Ogrish. I couldn't think of the name of it. Yeah, I was Bahamut X on there, and on Ogrish, and I posted on there, and I was on YouTube posting combat footage, and they banned me. I had an account on there; it was just Drone Tech back then, and they banned it. And I posted on there. I was like, "Oh shit, YouTube banned me," and blah blah blah. And Hayden actually, he was posting on there, and he sent me a message. He was like, "Hey man, I'm starting this site called LiveLeak. You should come over there and post the videos you've been posting here." I'm like, "Cool, I'll do that." So that's how it started, yeah. And I just started posting
videos there.
Huh?
Well, you got to a point where you didn't post videos on there anymore.
Well, no, I did for a long ass time, and then I just it got really hard. They started really cracking down, and what was driving me for years, or however long it was, I don't even know now, but people were sending me, like, I was getting tons of footage from people, like Marie. It started out I was finding shit on MySpace. I was going to people's accounts and finding videos that they just uploaded their personal accounts,
right?
And I was just ripping them. And then I would message them. Of course, I'd be like, "Hey, I got this video that you posted. You mind if I post it?" They'd be like,
Did
cool.
You always do that? Come on, I ripped a lot of videos and posted them on LiveLeak.
No, I started out ripping. I started out ripping, but then when I did the MySpace thing, right? Well, when I did the MySpace thing, I started messaging them, but I started out ripping videos off of wherever, right? But but then people just started sending me shit. I even had like a soldier send me a bunch of video, and then he got in trouble. Him and his whole group, I guess. I don't know much more than that, but they got in trouble. No, they were in Afghanistan, and I actually made a little mini doc. I was gonna do a series of them. I ended up only doing one because that was the only thing I had the full footage of it, you know. And it was this group out in Afghanistan, and they ended up they were supposed to go home around Thanksgiving, and then they got told they were going to be forced to stay there another 6 months. And so I did this little mini documentary about that, and they apparently got in trouble. The guy that sent me the video, yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, it was good times, man. That was crazy. I was getting contacted by news organizations, and I had this one person that claimed to be, it was a female, claimed to be a reporter, kept calling me and like trying to be like friendly with me and stuff, and almost like she was into me and stuff, like trying to be like, "Oh, I want to get footage from you," but she was like trying to like flirt with me and stuff. It was really weird, man. It was really fun.
You responded?
Oh yeah, I talked to her. I had correspondence.
I got contacted a lot from my feature videos, and
oh yeah,
because they were all ripped. So I was like, I don't want to.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to make any. I don't want to like talk to you at all, you know, because later, like you post it, you know, I always felt bad. I always felt bad for, you know, doing it in the first place, but
no, I told him at the time. I'm like, no, I told her at the time. I'm like, I have no rights to any of these videos. I'm like, I'm just reposting like what people have sent me and shit. Like, I can't give you.
Yeah, if I always wondered if I got money from some of those places that were talking to me, if I could get in trouble because I took money for some video that I ripped.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I never made any money out of that at all, except for a couple of contests that Hayden did. And I won, I think, $100 prize once, and that was it.
Did you get it?
Yeah.
You were the only one.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, Hayden, I love Hayden, man. He's such a great guy. I haven't talked to him recently because he's busy.
Won prizes all the time and never got.
Oh, really?
Got him. Oh,
seriously? Yeah. I stayed on him about it. I think I was like, "Hey, man, you guys."
I showed the other guys
all the way down there on a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, dude! Awesome mug.
Production company is Black Octopus.
Right. It's very Orwell, or it's very it's very Lovecraftian. I told him that. I'm like, you got to do a Lovecraft adaptation, man.
What is it? Cthulhu.
Yeah, he made, well, he didn't make. Biscuit did it on his own account, but he told Biscuit if he shaved his eyebrows and hair. Is that what it was, Biscuit?
Yeah. Yep. Eyebrows, hair, and beard, all of it. I didn't have quite as much as this, but almost.
And he never gave it to you, did he?
No,
really?
I got a couple on Cypher, though.
When he drove all the way down there, he still didn't give it to you.
I think I got $200 prize.
We made Biscuit whole.
I hope Hayden's feeling this right now. He clenched his ass cheek knowing.
That's crazy, man. I'm surprised at that. Did you just like not? You probably
no. He couldn't find a T-shirt that was big enough. Right, Biscuit?
That's right. But then
yeah.
he said he'd get me a cup, and that never
That never happened
materialized
either.
either.
You reneged on that
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, it's all right.
Dang, Hayden, if you're watching this, shame on you.
Hayden.
You talked to, I was here the night, and you pressured this young man to shave his eyebrows and
I
hair.
was there. It was
Now
Yeah.
I've brought this down on Hayden. Great.
that was.
Shame
Well,
on you.
he could just cancel the whole channel.
I think, yeah, I think we were howling with laughter as you were doing that.
It was a
Biscuit.
fun night.
It was a great.
No, I
great
think Hayden. I honestly think Hayden would be totally stoked that there's what eight people on here talking right now, and you know, because he does love that. He loves when he creates something and people enjoy
yeah.
it. You know,
Definitely.
We all loved it. We all. Was everybody here at LiveLeaker?
Just a.
I wasn't.
That's awesome.
I don't think LD
me.
was. I think
Two-thirds.
it came
I
from
think
somewhere else.
six of us were,
Okay.
yeah.
That's still cool though.
No, I found
I
you
love
guys
that
on
we still got
YouTube.
LiveLeak people hanging out and talking.
Yeah.
Funker was a LiveLeaker. He uploaded combat footage to LiveLeak back then, the same time I was doing it. So he's huge now. Like he is a product of LiveLeak.
I'll tell you who's big is that Electric Boom, like Iranian Asian or Iranian looking dude or wherever he's from. India probably. He's probably India. There's a lot of them that come from there.
Electro Boom, yeah.
Electro Boom, that dude, man. He's like got some serious, like he got some serious views on his videos.
Yeah, that's
Really?
Remember his name? Medi S.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
It
really?
was. Good memory.
Is he still doing stuff?
Yeah, on
Yeah,
YouTube.
dude.
That
like,
name
it's
sounds
just,
familiar.
like,
Medi S.
yeah, look at
That seems
Electric
familiar.
Boom. Like at the end of his, he was this let's call him Middle Eastern. I don't want to offend anybody. Is that offensive? Middle Eastern?
Electric
Anyway.
what?
Whoa, what's happening?
The fuck was
What
that?
was that?
I
That
think that
scared
was
the shit out of me.
I think that was LDG trying to be funny, like he was.
That scared the shit.
He was way too quick on the exit.
That scared the shit out of me. Because I wouldn't put it past
I'm
somebody
going,
to
God
spot anybody
damn,
here.
that's
You're not
my
fooling me,
door
LDG.
back there. Well, if
I've
they
got
found
my
again
I've
and
got
they
my
said,
little
"Open
I've
up,"
got my
I'll know
earpods
it's
on
fine.
full blast. That nearly broke my ears.
I know.
Hey, you know, the FBI did show up to my house one day because of a LiveLeak video. I probably told that story on here
Really?
before, but yeah. Yeah, I did. I uploaded a video that I ripped.
Whoever did that, if that was a joke, that was a dick move. That was a
Yeah.
fucking dick move. Okay, not funny.
That was
Thank you, thank you. Now you can return to your regular
Yeah, I
programming.
agree. That freaked me out a little bit. I was
Yeah,
like, what?
that was an asshole move. Yeah. Thanks, much.
Wait, I can't wait till he comes on again, and you can confront him, Cypher. This is gonna
Well,
be
you know,
awesome.
I don't want to make powerful enemies. You know, not real powerful enemies.
Do we know who?
No,
did
My
that?
worry,
I
my
like-
worry,
I like to make powerful
My
enemies
worry-
that don't know me, but not that do know.
my worry for him was that his reaction seemed really real. It was like shit.
It's just put a smiley face down in chat, so I think he's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that door.
It was a joke.
Back there in that dark area, and I mean, fuck! It sounded exactly like it was compressing the air back there. The earphones, I guess, tricked me. It's like, fuck.
Hey,
I guess
somebody in your
as
chat.
soon as I heard
in your
as soon as I heard
Shit,
FBI,
it's
I
not
was
that
relaxed. It's like it's okay.
Oh, hey, Random Goon. Random Goon. That's funny. In his chat, he just said Drone Tech was the best in his OnlyFans days. I still want that footage. And I'm wondering, he said that, and I was about to be like, oh, that's funny you mentioned that, because I was going to tell him a story about something that happened, and then I realized that it happened on a forum where people call themselves goons. So now I'm wondering if this guy is
he's
somebody
cool.
who is from that forum.
He runs a killer show on Friday nights on Twitch where he does guitar streaming. It's
Really?
super fun.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
well-
I got it. That seriously, I've seen some professional shit and some, like basement guy shit. And Random Goon, his guitar, thing is awesome. I think that's just an awesome thing that I always
great.
enjoy every time I get to make it.
Really? I'll have to check that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he plays. It's like
Yeah.
like you request a song, and then it's kind of like that Guitar Hero on Xbox, but he's doing it with a real guitar somehow. Rock Band or some bullshit like here's
Rocksmith.
Yeah,
right,
Rocksmith.
hears
That's
the
it.
sounds and knows if he's playing the correct keys or whatever.
Yeah,
So
well-
then he goes and pulls you the song that you requested up, and it comes up on the screen right next to him. and he sits there and he fucking plays the shit out of that
And
guitar.
he's got multiple guitars in
I
different.
don't care
different
what song you
tunings
play.
As well.
He sees those little dots on the screen and somehow knows how to pluck that guitar and make it sound like
Well,
that.
it's tablature.
I mean, I get you, Smokesteve. I know that you got the talent yourself, but for a person like me that can't understand what's going on,
Yeah.
he
like
hits
sorcery.
those keys every time, and it's like
Where do
magic.
I find
He's a
him?
mage.
What's he
He's
called?
some sort
What's
of
he called?
mage.
How do you find him?
Huh?
It's on Twitch.
He's a sonic mage.
Yeah, it's on
Right,
Twitch.
okay.
Are you
Right.
Lee? Are you on Twitter, Lee?
He's on our
Yeah,
Discord.
yeah.
Lee, didn't you come in
Yeah.
that Discord one time?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I
Okay,
have.
well, there's a channel downstairs in the the live show
The
department.
basement.
Yeah, Drone Check, you
Right,
should
okay.
come on there and get your own. I'll give you your little tab too. You can bring
Hey, yeah, Drone Tech, come on.
thousands
But
of your little
call yourself
drones with
something
you.
else so we don't tip off the authorities. We can't. We got to keep you. You know.
I'll put my
discreet.
timer on and see how long it lasts.
Discord is.
Yeah, Random Goon, I see you. Props, dude, because it's totally enjoy. I mean, seriously, like there's like the stuff that I've listened to that has been up there with some of the cool podcasts. Every time I watch you, I'm like, it's awesome. It's a good time.
Cool. I'm gonna
I
check
can't
that out.
suggest it enough.
There you go. There he is.
Especially if you know the guy, because you know I feel like I know him a little bit, and he's a really enjoyable, fun guy. And
Hey, Drone, I'm going to feature this comment because it's just such gold. All right. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
on
it
YouTube,
happened.
too,
It happened. It's in they that forum is still up, although the original guy that made it, he died not too long ago. But yeah, they have a they have a dictionary with like different terms and stuff that have to do with the lore of the forum, and they have a section there for me, and it's in there. At the time, people made animated GIFs and everything. It was bad. It sucked.
No kidding.
you say it's the early 200s.
2000s.
Man, you are a really, I don't know how to do the math, but you're a really old guy.
Yeah, I've been around for a while, man. I've been into the internet and stuff for a long time. I was got into computers very young, and I got into like BBSs and stuff early, like with modems and stuff before the internet. And as soon as like I was on the internet during when it was all text based, and yeah, I was big on the Something Awful forums. If you guys remember that, a lot of the memes and stuff that early internet comedy is based on came from there. And they had a forum called Debate and Discussion, and yeah, I was both very hated and very loved on that forum. Especially after that happened.
I missed the
defamation.
AOL chat forums. You know, like, you had like,
man.
You had different like groups that you could like join into, and it was awesome. You could speak to anyone around the world. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was. It's been a wild ride. It's been a lot of fun.
Topper, what do you got to say?
People took advantage of those forums. In a bad
What are we
way.
talking about?
LiveLeak forums.
What's on your mind?
Oh,
More like
I used to
on my
debate.
mind.
I used to debate endlessly on those forums with people.
Yeah.
On those
On
LiveLeak
Yahoo
forums.
and AOL, there
Oh.
was definitely.
I don't know
some
what LiveLeak is.
manipulation.
You
I
don't know
was
what
never on
LiveLeak is?
LiveLeak.
Oh, get the hell out
No.
of here! You must
You
go.
were a live leaker.
If that phrase
He was
is if that sentence is uttered by anybody, they must go.
What's Orgish? I don't even know what that is, too.
You don't. Oh,
Oh,
man,
okay.
I think it's still around.
No, it's not.
Ogrish.
I wish it was. I really wish.
Guys,
it
I saw
was.
this video. I saw this video last night of an ISIS fighter. It's this guy's wearing a GoPro, and this ISIS he's down like on his knee or prone or something on this like long desert hill, and this ISIS fighter's running towards him, and he gets shot just as he like gets to him, and he like hits the ground, and he sits up on his thing, and he just pukes blood. He's just like, "Bleh." And he just like hits the ground and start like puking blood all over the desert as this guy is reloading his rounds into his gun, prone right behind his body. He's just prone behind his body, reloading rounds, and he's just puking blood, and you can just see it like, and he just dies like right there in front of him. It's fucking nuts. I was just like, what the fuck am I watching, man? Like, I cannot believe
What
I'm seeing
website
this.
was that on?
I can give it to you. I can give you the link to the video. Hold on.
No, say it.
It's from Funker. It's from the Funker. It's from Funker 350 or 530 or
Well, that
530.
really gets around.
Oh, definitely going to Fucker 530 now.
You guys remember the guy that was sitting at the table with his head gone?
No,
Yeah.
was he?
Oh
eating?
yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? It was like a real famous
can
one.
say-
He was just sitting there at like a
Shot
cafe
off?
table. Yeah, his head was just totally gone, and he's still sitting upright.
I seen a lot of
Remember that?
videos. So I
That's
don't
not
know.
the news report who wasted himself.
It was a
right?
LiveLeak video, and then they walked around him, and so like you got to see all sides of him, and he was just sitting there with no head.
Horrible.
What, did they decapitate him?
No.
Yeah, well, no. It was a
With a
like
shotgun?
the whole area was rubble. Like there was nothing that wasn't covered in dust and
I
gravel.
see.
But
I see.
anyway, and there was like flames coming from other places and everything. But I used it in one of my live shows. I had him sitting. I cropped him out so he was just sitting at the table, and he sat like kind of
Immortalized
behind me.
forever.
And in the middle of it, I had photoshopped a little crumpled up yellow Post-it note and put it in his in his throat, and in the middle of it, I crumpled it up in the middle of my live show,
Oh, no.
and I turned back to him and I flung it, and right then I triggered my finger on the photoshopped image of it sticking in his throat, and I was like, oh, right in the blowhole.
Oh man.
How many sites are
Horrible.
around that are still like LiveLeak at the beginning, or Orgus, should I say? Because
Okay.
Rotten's gone. What else is?
There's nothing. I don't know of
Leaked
anything.
Reality
I
is
don't
that
like
only one?
watching those videos.
Oh,
I don't
Leak
like watching that shit.
Reality.
They're down. They've been down for a week. From what
Oh,
I
really?
hear.
They're down
They're
again?
down again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Man, they're
mind
gonna
giving
be
them some
hurting.
money, but last time they came back and said straight out that, oh, we were hacked. Like, I want to give you money. You were hacked. I want my information to be
Did you
hacked
give
with
LiveLeak
it.
money?
No, I never give money to anybody.
I never
Come
gave
on.
money to
I'm
LiveLeak.
selfish.
Well, why would you give money to Leaked Reality and you wouldn't give money to
To
LiveLeak?
keep
didn't know about
something
LiveLeak.
alive. Keep something. Yeah, I don't know about LiveLeak. First off, they said.
Well, you
Stop.
should be giving me like tens of thousands of dollars, man.
Come on, Topple, you were like, are you not
I'm
even
dying
in?
without
Are
that
you in the
money, man.
community? Like, are you embedded like you used to be in the old days? Are you like,
Not
you
only
like
for
argue-
reality.
Back.
Hey, wait a second. Are we coming up with a new idea for to reboot LiveLeak?
That'd
Maybe
be
we should
fantastic.
reboot LiveLeak. Maybe all of us should get together, pour our money, and reboot LiveLeak. Let's do it.
Possible.
No, it's
Dude.
not.
Well,
This website we're talking about right now, Leaked Reality, will show you how impossible it is to run.
It's not
this.
impossible. Fuck
Dude,
that.
they're
It's not.
already they've been offline like 3 or 4 times, and they're having huge issues with servers. And
Like
they
what?
have-
that's the problem.
nobody's
servers.
gonna run it for them, so they have to basically do the serving themselves.
Oh, I see. So they're
Their
getting
servers
canceled.
in Sweden, right?
Yeah, because they're allowing freedom of speech in the comments, and that shit is getting canceled immediately.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna lose this war.
You definitely
No, the war's already been
Cultural
beat.
war? Cultural war, you mean, or the one in?
I don't know. It's all really a charade, isn't it? Because we've already lost. Like, they already have control of every institution. It's just like we're basically treading water at this point, and we're all gonna die off by the time like they get the grip on the generation that they're raising with drag queens and strip shows. So
I'll tell you what we need right now is we need a big award show where they can pause in the middle of it and have that how do you say his name? Is it Volodymyr or something? You say it differently than the
Yeah, it's
Russian dude.
Volodymyr.
Volodymyr.
Vlad,
Yeah.
He can come on the screen and plead for us to
come
do
on the
more.
screen. I come everywhere I go. I'm coming on the screen. Sorry.
So nobody cares. Nobody cares about it anymore. Nobody's thinking about it. Well, they're thinking about high gas prices now, and no soy or no breast milk or whatever. That's what they're
Breast
thinking
milk?
about.
That's the horror.
No
What the fuck
breast
you talking
milk.
about?
Yeah.
Baby
There's
They-
plenty of breast
yeah.
milk out there.
I
just
don't
gotta
think
milk
so.
the ladies.
There's a shortage of. I'm pretty sure there's a shortage of breast milk. I
No,
pretty much
we
just
need
saw that.
It's
to pump
formula.
the ladies.
Tucker.
It's
Tucker
formula.
looked into the screen and said that. I'm pretty sure.
They just got to get a bunch of women volunteers, line them up like cows, and milk their booty.
Exactly.
Problem
Hey.
solved.
I'll
Hey,
volunteer.
What's stopping them paying women to express the milk and have it powderized for babies?
It's
Right.
not that.
Why hasn't Biden mobilized tits?
It's not working.
Mobilized titties. My name is Joe
Please.
Biden. I'm gonna
Please.
mobilize titties.
Hey,
Have women paid to like have
send a
the breast
couple of
milk
sets my way.
pumped for years, and like we do with cows, and just put them in,
Just put them in little
Like
harnesses.
like a trough.
Put them in S&M.
Christ.
Put them in S&M harnesses that are rainbow colored.
They need a
It'll be
bunch
all
of
good.
dudes like me.
Some
down the line.
comedian had a great line of like, talking to a cow, not only are we going to eat you, but we're going to eat and drink the food that was meant for your babies.
We're horrible monsters.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love veal, but it's all right.
Are we talking
Feels
about my
good.
favorite president, Biden? still?
Obama?
No, Obama was my favorite. Biden's
Biden-
my favorite.
Biden's your favorite.
Yeah, he's saving us.
Are
Can anybody explain to us? Are you serious? How is he not saving us?
Oh, come on.
Well, why don't you
It's a
tell us
joke.
how
It's a
he's
joke around the world.
saving us? You start.
Tell me first how he's not saving us.
I'm sure.
Well, you're the one who made the statement. He
Because
is
he's
saving
embarrassing
us.
your country every 5 minutes.
So you have to back up.
hemorrhaging billions of dollars to a country that's going to be obliterated in 10
Everything he
months.
says, any major
So
important
you do not stand
statement
with
he
the
makes
Ukraine?
is
I stand with
pardon?
Ukraine, but I don't
you
think
stand
they
with
need
the
quite
Ukraine?
as much.
He's saving us from
No
existence.
way. No way.
So you foreigners, doesn't it?
See, look, he destroys the United States. He saves the world. He's a hero.
Whenever he's on the podium, he makes a major statement, and within 5 minutes, the White House is coming out going, "Oh, it's not what he really meant." Honestly, he's just an idiot. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
Hey, if we remember Trump had a lot of brain farts too.
Trump did.
Why does it
But
get
go
so
ahead,
complicated?
Ethan. I want
Trump had a lot
get
of
your
brain
thought
farts.
out there, buddy.
Go. What was that? I forgot what I was gonna say. It's been at least 15 seconds, dude. Sorry,
Okay,
lost
yeah.
it. Lost it.
Time is up, man.
Trump did have a lot of.
I want
brain
Ted
farts.
Cruz as president. I'm sorry.
Ted Cruz. Theo.
Ted Cruz is just a weird looking guy, but I
Diary
like
of the
him.
mouth. Diary
He
of
is
the mouth.
really a cool guy. I mean,
I
he's really
like
a
Ted
cool
Cruz.
guy.
He's a weird guy, but he has his
Ever
moments.
since what was it that Trump called his father? Tried to assassinate Kennedy, and Aphids brought that up.
He pooped on it.
Anybody that
He pooped on it.
somebody that called your
Have you-
dad
Have you not seen him
murderer.
destroy college students?
Oh, that makes it up. That makes it all up.
A lot of those guys are attorneys, and they're silver tongued. That's all there is to it.
Hey, do you know one thing I've just thought of? I shouldn't be too critical of Joe Biden, and none of us should, because can you imagine this? It could get worse. He could end up like dropping down dead, and the next thing is you've got Kamala as your president, and that would be just fucking awful. Jesus,
Fuck that. I want Pelosi.
She's smart. She is
Just-
smart.
You're on one
How do
tonight.
these
you
people
are.
rise to power? Kamala Harris is dumber than me. Like, how does she become vice president?
Should she be getting a lot of flack right now, though?
Sure, always. For
Why? Why?
her. Just because.
They picked her
Feel like
because
it.
of what? Of what?
I will.
We
I'll
all
say
know why.
this. I'll give you this. I'll give you this about Kamala. She is not really doing. She's just like a useless, stupid. Like, I don't know what her fucking purpose is. Like, she's
a
not
damn
doing
quill.
damage. But she's not really doing any damage. I don't think you can blame her for anything, really. I mean, what the
They're
fuck?
ace in the
Like, what is
hole.
she gonna do? Like, the vice presidency is kind of a more of a figurehead position than the presidency. So
Yeah, but if the
I don't know.
president died unexpectedly, if Joe Biden dropped down dead, she'd be sworn
We're
in as
fucked.
president, wouldn't she?
We're fucked with him. We're
True.
fucked with her. We're fucked with her.
It's almost like she's insurance for Joe Biden.
Other
It's
than
like,
a little
don't
bit of
fuck with me,
circular-
you'll get her.
Other than a little bit of she's not doing anything overtly wrong, but she's just sort of not doing much anything.
Right. She just says dumb shit,
So much
makes
is
us look
going on.
retarded. Like
She
every
says dumb
speech she
shit.
gives is dumb
Yeah.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Like
It's
just
like she
say,
speaks to everyone like they're kids. It's like she,
Well,
she addresses them like they're children. It's just, oh, for God's sake. I
the
cringe
same
when
thing
I
with the
watch
new
it. I
press
just
secretary.
cringe.
Well, the new press secretary, like
Yeah.
I saw
yeah.
her.
Oh.
She was giving some press conferences when
secretary.
Saki was still doing the job. She was doing some press, and she was horrible then. And then she got the job. I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be awful. And she is every bit as awful as I ever thought she would be.
Yeah.
She's just not smart. It's like I tweet every day. I'm like, where are all these like gay black women skills that she has? Like I'm not seeing them. Where are they? She gets up there and she does not utilize these hard-earned skills
pretty easily. Yesterday or day before, that a relatively simple, little trap was laid for her by some reporter.
Right, Ducey.
She couldn't talk her way out.
Or
of it.
O'Keefe. It was Ducey or O'Keefe.
Yeah, and it's all gotcha stuff. I mean, a lot of it's gotcha stuff.
Well, maybe from Ducey a little bit, but O'Keefe from CBS is a mouthpiece usually of the administration, and he doled out some pretty tough questions. So that tells you how bad it's getting. It's like when the mouthpieces start doling out some hard questions. Look it up. Look up O'Keefe's exchange with her. He nailed her down on some things and basically exposed her as a fool and the administration as incompetent. And that was from CBS News. So
it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's the same here. When you've got like a prime minister who's got certain tabloids, and press that are right behind them, and then all of a sudden you start to see that they start to slightly change their views. You think, yeah, you're buggered because without that support, you're not going to get re-elected. It's so true, and I think that's what's happening to Biden right now. People are beginning to turn on him, maybe.
The midterms are going to be interesting. It's starting to heat up, and I'm expecting. Go ahead.
No. You go. I interrupted.
I think I finished my thought. It's going to be interesting. I don't really have a strong. I mean, I certainly want to see the House and the Senate be foils against Biden's administration instead.
So you see a red wave coming.
Biden's
a red wave.
Oh,
yeah,
I could go for a glass of red wine. So, if you guys wouldn't mind,
red wine. Go get the shots, dude. What are you doing?
We'll be good.
A little red.
I want a bong out of this thing. Come on, look it up.
Fuck your heart.
Why do we not have that technology yet?
Yeah, that'd be great. Have any of you watched? Is it called 200 Mules or 200 Donkeys?
2,000 giraffes. I don't know.
No, I watched it a few nights ago. It did make me think as to whether the election had been fixed. They had some good.
They're coming back with it. A new wave of the that theory is coming back.
Are they? Yeah.
They're
someone just got indicted, right?
Back to the machines' vulnerabilities and direct manipulation of the machines is apparently possible, and that was all buried until well after the election. So who knows? I don't. I was waiting for the Kraken. I don't know if you guys remember the Kraken. That when they were talking about unleashing the Kraken, that was all these truth bombs. What was that big woman attorney? She was with Giuliani. And that they were part of the Kraken team, and the Kraken was this truth bomb that would blow the lid off the elections and show that it was fixed, and they never delivered anything.
Right. Don't fall for that shit anymore. I feel like our side. I won't say our side. I'll say the right side has been falling for the walls are closing in kind of baits for forever. The left falls for it too. There's a video out there from 2016 to 2017 to 2019 of the media endlessly saying the walls are closing in and it's a bombshell and they're about to take Trump out. And so like that, they bait. Both sides do that. They just bait, keep you coming.
Right. Yeah.
With that kind of stuff. So anytime they tell you someone's going to jail, you can always guarantee they're not.
Hillary's going to jail. Hillary's definitely going to jail.
Yeah, I'm surprised by the most recent thing. Sussman.
I wish.
I'm surprised by that. I actually thought he was going to go down. He should have. But then you see like how the jury was and how like the prosecution was, and you see like the jurors doing interviews saying like, oh well, it doesn't matter if the FBI lied because they lied for a good reason. It's different when we do it, kind of a thing, right? So
I know it's crazy. But shit, we'll get there.
We'll get somewhere.
Yeah, one day at a time.
Seems like we're heading towards a banana republic or just another failed socialist state.
A republic. You know, I mean, I get that. You know, there's horrible, bad behavior that came especially before, you know, the Great Recession, the 2008. What those financial people up there in the, you know, in the big, you know, huge buildings up there in the Wall Street, you know, business district, you know, did. That was horrifyingly bad, and it was one of the biggest wealth exchanges from less wealthy people to more wealthy people in all of history. And I see why the huge backlash occurred and why 44 was elected, Obama was elected. I see why he was elected. Much as I don't like it, I understand it perfectly. And then I see why Trump was elected. You know, it's all this reactionary. One side's reactionary, then the other side's reactionary, and all the time we're getting into these nastier and nastier myths and narratives and false, you know, declarations. The shit that Trump was accused of is absurd. The shit that I accuse Obama of, it's half it, 9/10 of it's bullshit. You know, I mean, it's just I like to gripe about it.
Yeah, but you're just some guy. Like for Trump, you had like people like Nicole Wallace saying that he was literally executing Latinos. That's what she said on her show.
Yep.
Trump is executing Latinos.
Right.
So that's kind of shit you get on the other side. I'm just saying.
Right. That the scale and reach of the message, you know, is very important, of course. And yeah, that's what I think about every time I look at me tippy tapping out my little, you know, insult-a-thon messages to people, and then I look at people who are, you know, excellent binary engineers. You know, they can set up a friggin', you know, bomb that goes out to 100,000 people, you know, in about 5 minutes, and I'm sitting there going, tickety at one person. So they're, you know, the outstripping of capability and skill sets. I mean, there's a lot of conservative, you know, IT skill sets that are out there, but I think there are more that tend to lean far further to the liberal. We'll call it liberal instead of hard left, just liberal, you know, and they're going to tend to lean to support the further left. So, you know, there's a skill disparity, I believe, between the sides, though, you know, there are some good strategists and some really good technical people on the conservative side. That's been proven. You know, I mean, they're good, but I think they're better on the other side.
So, do you think a red wave would be good right now for the midterms?
I think that about, you know, that my understanding in business world is the less government can interfere with business, the better. But we have enormous numbers of social programs. We are, you know, there's always this balance between capitalism and not communism, but what's the next step?
Socialism.
Socialism. And yeah, there has to be there. You can't just go all balls out free market all the time. You'd have predatory shit going on. That's what's so bad about the worst of the drug, you know, dealing markets that are illicit. That's a free market. That's what your free market is. Guns a-blazing, gangs a-roving, you know, shit, you know, a-flying left and right that's killing people. That's free market. And you can't really govern that. You can administer law enforcement towards it, but you can't govern it per se. Whereas just about everything else is under the auspices of some government, which is a social, you know, construct, as opposed to just goods and, you know, free trade goods and services and stuff. So yeah, I get that there's a balance between socialism and capitalism all the time, and it has to be there, you know. So yeah, I don't know, just thoughts.
Very interesting. Topple? You asked him.
Topple.
Well, no. I'm looking at drone text tweets right now, or private chat tweets. I think they're hilarious. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't think I can engage in those because it might take me outside of the stream.
Right.
Oh, well, yeah, you're the number one guy,
Host.
so
I'm the
you're the
host.
hostess with the
The host
mostest.
with the most.
I can mute and
Hostess
leave,
and hostess.
but I can't leave the
Smoke.
stream.
Steve, hey, where do you live, Steve? What state are you in?
Massachusetts, brother.
He's an asshole.
Like I was telling the guys earlier, we have some good common sense gun laws here, where if you have to, or if you would like to get a gun, you have to meet a police officer, short interview. You pay $100 every 6 years, and they make you take a safety class.
I don't think that's that big a deal, honestly. I
That's
don't.
not getting
But
me.
here's the thing, though.
Done.
I also don't see how it's gonna do anything.
And you also can't do it at all till you're 21.
I mean, when you prevent, accidental, tragedies, you never know. You can't really quantify how good the efforts are. So
True.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah,
And that's a majority. Most deaths by guns in America are either by accident or suicide. So,
Absolutely.
or I don't know about accident and suicide. I know suicide is like the number
Suicide.
one. Yeah.
Yes.
I think people often load their weapon and leave that thing cocked for God knows how long. Like that. Yeah, it's really bad to do that. I know, but
I
it's
don't do that.
Yeah, it's a
With
common
what?
thing.
Kids around? With kids
Yeah,
around?
you don't do that.
I know.
Keep
I
that
know.
shit tightly secured.
I mean, if you're using it for self-defense,
How about
keep the
this?
magazine full, but keep it out of the gun until you need it.
Yeah.
That doesn't
can't
matter either.
I know.
I feel like one of the
Steve,
problems.
how about this?
I feel like. I'm sorry. Good.
No, go.
Yes.
Smoke Steve, let's just say you have a gun. You have a child. I'm not saying that these things you have, but would
Right.
you ever train your child? And if you would train your child in gun safety, what age would you do that at?
Probably around 16 or 17.
16, 17, not 12?
No.
if you're a hunter, you can take them out hunting
Oh.
when they're younger. That's for sure.
I'm just telling you about my experience. When I was 12, I didn't know nothing about
Look at that.
I didn't know nothing about guns, but I came across a lot of guns as a 12-year-old.
That was my daughter yesterday back on my dad's motorbike.
Hold on a second. Is that winter?
Yeah.
It's
That's
a
cool.
Can I put it on
gun.
solo layout?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, she looks adorable.
Don't mess with her.
She's growing up, man. Like we saw her
She
when
is.
she was a little tight. She's gorgeous. I love her.
Wow.
It's wonderful.
She looks like she'd be
So-
good friends with my daughter. She would like your daughter.
I have a daughter
So-
too, so I love little girls, man.
She'd be like,
They're the
"Let's
most
go
wonderful
rampage."
things.
So what is the
Yeah,
right
me
age
too.
for a kid to get a gun? Not a kid, an adult, because when you're 18, you're technically an adult.
Are you on,
What is
about
the right
actual
age?
firearm or?
A long gun that's for hunting proper, I would say anywhere in their teens, but
So
when you-
rifles okay, but not handgun or shotgun?
it would have, the parent that was doing that for the child would have to be giving instructions all the time. On what to
I
do.
think up to
Period.
18,
It's
21,
the
then I
parents-
think
it's
they
up to
should
the
be
parent,
they
really.
should be supervised with guns at all times anyway.
No, but
All
I'm
right,
saying
top-
at what
topple,
age?
Topple, we've got your drug dealer here, and
Hey!
he wants to know what you need.
Dude, I'll pay you. I
Oh, that's
promise.
a good. That's a zinger.
I'll
You're gonna have a hard
promise. I'll
time
pay
topping
you.
that one, Topple.
Yeah, but let's be real.
Listen,
At
guys,
what
I've got to go. It's 3:00 in the UK. Well, 10 past 3 in the UK. Good night.
Yeah.
Look after yourselves.
Good night.
See you.
Good night,
Biscuit.
Lee.
Good up there.
Great to see
Well
you.
done.
Later,
All right, take
Biscuit.
care. See you later.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Or later house.
I'm being serious.
Sorry.
At what age should you be able to legally own a gun? What age?
21, in my opinion.
Yeah, I
21?
reckon owning a gun, 21,
so,
but
so you can
using a
send
gun.
people to like war
God,
before
I
that
have
age.
no idea.
At what
legally they're
age?
doing.
What age
That's
is
fine
that?
by you.
I owned mine at 12 years old. I was 12 when I owned my first shotgun.
Well,
To hunt,
You
to go
didn't
hunt.
buy a shotgun. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I went to a gun shop and bought a shotgun.
Oh,
I was
you're
allowed to-
born in the 1912.
Right.
anyway.
This is not. I know. This is a late 1960s story. So yeah, it was different.
He bought a flint off, like
Right.
the thing that you have to like
A musket.
push down in the barrel. Your musket, yeah.
My opinion is 21 for owning a gun, but kids should be taught gun safety from 10 onwards.
By who? A parent or
Not
a
parents
agency?
or officers, gun clubs.
Pedophiles.
So
Yeah, I mean,
21. So 21 stage.
you
So
really
what
are
age-
for buying a
bored,
gun, yeah.
You know,
So at what
You know,
at what age should you be able to vote then?
18.
yeah.
Why? What's the difference though? That's what I was trying to look
Well,
for.
Well, one requires
the-
more of-
One doesn't hurt people, and it's just a right.
Oh,
and the
it
other one-
hurts people. You don't live in the U.S. But I'm
I'm
just
sorry,
saying.
but at 18, you should have the right to vote.
All right, Hemme, do you know the statistics between 18 to 21-year-olds doing mass shootings?
Oh, excuse me.
well, the last two big boys in the
Oh,
U.S.
honestly,
were both
they're-
18.
And obviously, that's a gun control problem because they had red flags all over that. So I don't think anybody's opposed of gun control, right?
Common sense gun
No.
control. That's what they're calling
What's
it.
the difference? Common sense. So not taking everyone's guns, but like, hey, this kid tried to shoot up or talked about shooting a school. Maybe
Right,
they shouldn't
that's-
have a gun.
That's what this common sense gun control is, to make sure that deserving and law-abiding citizens get their guns, but psychopathic murderers don't. Somehow they're going to stop one and enable the other. And
Well, you can't say that because a psychopathic murderer ain't a psychopathic murderer until they've committed the crime.
right, that's right. They could just be planning
your
it
logic
their
sounds
whole
like
life
urban
until they
logic.
get the gun, and then
Yeah.
boom.
How about this? Would any of you
I
guys
mean,
let
it
me
just-
have
it
a
doesn't matter.
gun?
No,
I would
Let
want to be
me
around
have a
you when you
gun.
have a gun.
What?
There's
When you're
have to
visiting
be
my
people-
home with a gun.
There's be people
You
cleverer
kill
than
me.
me that
I know it.
there's got to be people cleverer than me that can psychoanalyze red
I'm
flags
paranoid.
and stop people having guns that show these red flags.
You would think so, right?
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Get a
honestly,
two-
looking at Twitter,
trouble drug
Facebook,
dealer?
and how they.
Yeah.
So
Gonna
you
get a
guys
tune
would
from
trust me?
So-
You
See,
guys
you're
would
ready.
trust
You're
me?
ready.
Would
I'd
guys
trust you with a gun.
Oh, you
Not
I'd
around
do?
trust
me.
you with a gun. Yeah.
Not around
Cool.
me. No,
I trust everybody here with a gun.
not you. Not
No,
around
I
me.
don't know about that.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about
After
that.
I've got this weird milk pitcher that I've been drinking red wine from.
So
You-
ghetto. That's so
You know,
ghetto.
I mean, I wouldn't trust myself with the gun right now.
Well,
And
you're
that's-
intoxicated.
Steve,
You should know
Steve,
you
that's
should have a
exactly
gun.
why. Steve, that is exactly why I trust you, because you know yourself that you don't trust yourself,
Right.
and you wouldn't use it.
No. Well, if someone came busting in here, I'd be able to load up the old 12 gauge pretty damn efficiently, but I'm not like waving the thing around like some kind of a maniac,
Yeah.
drinking wine like rum, and here's my gun, like people do that and they end up shooting themselves.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a
It
good
does
thing,
happen.
It
It does happen.
does.
Some stupid stuff goes on.
Yes.
How are you doing today, Goon? Are you frozen on me?
Am I?
Can you see?
No,
me?
No,
he's
you're not
back.
frozen
Can you
for
hear
me.
You were
He's
just
back.
attentive.
Can you
being
hear me?
attentive. Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay,
I can hear you.
Wow,
How are
look
you
at that.
doing today?
That orange microphone, that thing is on fire.
cool. No, well,
He's looking good too.
It's
that's,
lit.
That's
It's
the mute
literally
button.
lit.
it's just the mute button. But
What is that? You got a Telecaster?
No, this is a Squire. Well, yes, but the Squire one, not a
Squire
proper
Telly.
Fender.
That's all
No,
right.
that one's an actual.
American
one?
made?
Yeah, that one is.
Ah, great.
Fucking traitor.
So is my strap there? What do you mean traitor? Who's calling me a traitor right
Biscuit, that's not cool.
Excuse me.
I don't actually think I have a British-made guitar. No.
Well, are there any more? I mean,
no, not really. Well, a few, but they don't make anything. It's basically, do you want a telly or a Strat? We'll make that for you.
As I'm getting achy and sleepy, I'm going to get off so I can move around some. I'm getting very stiff. So without my chemical enhancements, I can't do anything, damn it.
He's getting very stiff.
Yeah, it's not the way you would like, God damn it.
If I said that to my wife, she'd be ready to go.
Yeah.
She like that little blue pill.
The little old ladies around the condo, around the condo building, now that I've lost about 35 pounds, almost 40 pounds, there's a slightest above. I'm not interested in anybody in this building, but
why not?
Anymore.
They're too old.
It'd be too weird,
They're not Asian.
Some little old lady's place, and take a look. I'm just gonna ignore you, fucktard, and I just go down about 3, go down, 3 floors and sneak into some little old lady's place, then go back up. Fuck that.
I thought that's what it was about because I heard in retirement homes they hand out condoms because the STDs go around like crazy.
I've been such a fat drunk for so long that the whole sexual thing's been sort of by the wayside, for a while. So I want to get back into it, but I've got to be patient.
Have you ever think about paying for it though?
Well, I went to that stupid, adult friend finder site, and after I talked with you guys about that, I deleted that profile.
Yeah, don't go there, dude.
I'm done. I've been done.
Let me tell you, like you look like a dude that could get some tang, man.
I'm getting back to that, but I wasn't,
Do it.
in months past. Yeah,
just get on some swinger site or something.
There you go, swinger.
No swinging. No, thanks.
Okay. Are you married or?
No.
No.
So you're just single dating.
We don't want to go there.
You're just single dating. Okay, I got you.
You got $50 on you?
The man has experience. He's got some experience.
Do you work out, dude? You look like you're like a bulky dude, man.
Yeah, I'm getting back down to form.
Nice, man.
Not by training, it's by diet. I can't train. I can't torque my joints. I've got fucking rotator cuff up here, cervical discectomy in the neck.
There we go.
Brain.
Yeah.
I thought you said
I'm out of here.
It's coming to all of us.
No, I know. Enjoy your old age, guys.
I honestly thought you said
I got like 5 years.
No,
I got the muttering from Steve. I better shut up. I got to get out of here, man.
No, don't go.
I'm teasing. I am achy.
So wait, you're not like, hold on, look, you're like looking to like bang chicks, but you're not on like any sites, or you're not like on Tinder or somewhere you can get like easily banged.
OnlyFans.
No, not right now.
Something like why not?
There are medical issues,
Oh,
bad health issues.
I gotcha. Okay.
Terrible lifestyle issues.
I gotcha.
I have been a fat slob drunk for a long time.
All right. Well, me too. But
long story short, no, you're not.
Okay. Well,
are you allowed to take blue pills?
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I'll handle it. I've got
ecstasy, blue pill.
There
you go.
You'll handle it.
Thank you.
You'll handle it.
About once a month, yeah.
Blue diamonds? No.
Yeah, the blue diamonds.
Now, let's just clarify something here. Now, this bad health, it's not attributed to the pub, right? Because we've got 2 guys here who are going sober on me.
They're very interested in my sex life. I don't know why.
They must.
I'm having a surgery. That's why I'm sober.
Am I the devil? Is this like driving people to like death? This whole pub thing?
Dude,
maybe I should bring.
I'm having non-alcoholic juices here.
Who's the comedian who does it?
This is not non-alcoholic. I guarantee it.
What was that? Samuel Adams?
I guarantee.
Wicked double.
This is apple juice.
All right. I'll probably watch the show, but I need to be able to move. I can't.
Nice spiced rum, yummies.
I guarantee you
Yum,
guys,
yum, yum.
Topple brings blood to my penis.
Ooh. Oh man,
Yes.
we have too many males here for all this
It's
talk.
so exciting.
Way
I
too
tell
many
ya.
men for this talk.
No, that's all right. I mean,
What do you mean?
Topple,
Wait
go
a
get your
minute.
wife.
We don't have enough men.
Topple's drug dealer,
Try
go
and
get your
say,
wife.
Bring your
I'll
friends.
go get
like
mine.
Biden.
We'll be good.
I'm like Biden. I love inflation. Oh, damn it.
well, let's just ask a blanket question here. I
Oh,
personally
blank
am
question. I
attracted-
love this.
Blanket. I'm
Blank.
personally attracted to women. Everyone who's attracted to women, raise your hand.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's simple.
I love the puss.
Now
Okay,
ask the
so-
next question. Who
Well,
loves
I
the
was
cock?
just- No, everyone raise their hand, so we're good. Everyone's, we got that answer.
Okay.
So that's
Okay.
it.
We're
Have
just
you
making
ever-
sure.
How about
We're
if a
just making sure.
How about if a transgender looks like a girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
Negative.
Slayer.
Negative. No.
What?
It's
Is
never
that
happened
gay?
to me. I'm married now. With
Are
What's
Val.
her
traps
name?
gay?
Oh, yeah, that's a deflection.
Or what? Gay?
Traps.
Yes. Absolutely.
Are they gay? Oh,
I hate that. Why? No, they're not.
So-
Nobody wants to bang. That's the thing. Nobody wants to bang them. Neither side.
What?
See, no matter how smoking
No
hot,
one wants to bang them.
no matter
Like,
how smoking
nobody.
hot the chick is,
How
like,
naive are you?
right?
Look,
if you get
if
to
you're-
that point and they take their underwear off, do you remember that meme or GIF that's Mac from Night Court that says, "That's a penis"? Like, how could any man not say that? Even if you got fooled up to the last second, you'd be like, well.
Well,
so-
have you
here's the
ever
thing.
heard?
If-
Have you ever heard of Jay Hayes?
no, is that
He came on here when Hayden was running the show.
Who?
He's a bald guy, Jay Hayes.
Oh,
he-
I got you. Yeah, the girl that became a transgender that is a guy now. That looks more manly than all.
No,
of
that's
us.
not that one's name.
No. Jay
No.
Hayes is a YouTuber, and he told a story of how he was caught by a transgender man to woman, and he ended up going through with it.
Oh wow!
What? Biscuit, would you go through it?
No, what the fuck?
Why?
He
I
said
don't
no.
know. I'm just asking a simple question.
I would. I've already got the tits for it, so it'd be an easy transition.
Well, I really love your candor and your honesty, brother. That is amazing.
Oh, what the fuck? I'm always honest here, and I don't get no love. Jesus.
I'm talking
Twinkle's
about
on
your
here.
drug dealer. He just said he'd have sex with the tranny in 2 seconds. That was amazing.
He would have sex with a dude that looks like a dude.
Who looks like you.
I could understand that though.
There you go. Well, he's not
All
saying
right, it's got
this
too
is
gay
awkward.
now. Let's do something else.
It's awkward. Talk.
Hey, modus operandi, is that an actual person, or is it?
What?
Well, clearly,
Oh, modest.
it's a lesbian.
Well, that's why I
what I'm
asked.
talking about. We might be having a female on board.
Well, no, if she's butch,
Go on.
I don't want her on here. But if she's not butch, she's the lipstick.
I only want her on
Let's-
her
come on
if she
in.
wants to debate me so I can destroy her.
Wow, look at you.
Wow,
Attacking-
she's
attacking
butch.
lesbians.
Let's
I
not
thought
bring
that's
her
what-
on.
I thought, isn't that progressive now?
Very progressive.
I'm just
of
being
you, yeah.
progressive. Progressive.
Drunk Heck, where's your army of people to
I don't know, man. I
the
messaged.
fuck?
I put it out there. I don't know where they're at. They're like, they,
You
I don't know.
tried. You tried.
No, look,
bro.
there's 718 upvotes to the post I made, but
So-
nobody's here.
Drone, you lost your Discord, right?
Yes.
Do you know what the violation was?
No, it just said I can show you the email. It just says I was spreading
I saw
misinformation.
it, so
It's the same
that's all
one
that
Hayden
was.
got because Hayden
Yeah.
showed everybody on Twitter, and it was like
I wonder if they're just doing a
attacking a
blanket ban of people.
marginalized group for feeling marginalized or some shit. I think it was all the fucking memes about little people, or some people say midgets. but-
Well, so here I'll tell you this. I had two people in my Discord. I'm
I
not gonna
think
say
it
their
was
names,
thoughtful.
but I had two people who came to me and they were cool people. I liked them. They befriended me. I was friends with them. We were good friends. I trusted them. I made them admins. And they then told me soon after that, oh, by the way, we had been banned before for posting stuff. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't give a shit. Whatever.
Yeah, go for
Which
it.
I probably should have. And I kept them admins just because I'm a nice guy and I'm too trusting. Unfortunately, I am too trusting. And so these people kept telling me the server's going to get dropped. It's going to get banned. We're just letting you know. We're setting up a backup server, which they did on Gilded. And they're like, it's going to happen. We're just letting you know it's going to happen. And then, like, literally the day before it happened, one of my admins posted a bunch of shit that was supposedly a drop from Hunter Biden's laptop, like uploaded it to the server, and
Can't have that.
and it literally was like an hour later the server was shut down.
So you
like,
still have the Gilded server.
No, I do have it. I didn't ban them. I initially banned them, the two admins, because I'm like, why the fuck would you do that? And first of all, it's like, why would you do that? And it's like you wanted to get the server banned. It's like, why would you upload it to the server? And, like, I just feel like these people were intentionally there to befriend me and then get the server banned. I don't know. It's like, why would you do that? And I do have the Gilded server, but I don't have anywhere near. I had like almost 1,000 people on there, and I have like 5 people on my Gilded server right now. So I don't know.
I know the people that did that, and it seemed like they were opinionated people, but it didn't seem like they were going to be nefarious.
I like them.
Like
I'm with you. I felt the same way. I feel like, I don't know. I initially banned them, and I told them that you're not banned. You can come to the Gilded server. They're the ones that started the Gilded server. I feel a little bad about it,
Right.
but I feel like I made them admins to look over the server, and it got shut down under their watch. So I'm like, you're no longer admins. You can come and they're gone. I haven't talked to them since, but yeah.
Huh.
I'm like, you're no longer admins, so they're just gone, which is weird. I'm like, oh, you have no interest in the server if you're not admins. That's kind of weird.
But as you know from the LiveLeak days, in the back of your head, do you think like they're lurking?
Probably. Like, why wouldn't they be? They
Right.
probably are.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're likely going to catch this.
I would. That's what I would do.
Yeah, we're fucked.
When I get banned from a place, which they're not banned, by the way, they're just not admins, but
Right.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, shit.
anyway, that's not that interesting.
I didn't think Discord was that bad though. Like, wouldn't someone have to report something, or did they actually have people going around checking Discord channels?
Yeah, they definitely did.
I'm sure it's
I think-
owned and run by ultra woke people. So who knows?
It's
The-
buzzwords as well that's used too many times. And they go, oh, okay. And they pick up on that shit.
Right. All they got to do is say misinformation, and then they just take the cue of the media and the Democrats and the government. It's like, oh, misinformation. What's that mean? Who the fuck knows? I can just make it mean whatever the fuck I want it to mean. Just like assault weapon. Just like gender binary.
Democrats.
Like, it's like everything that they say. It's all fucking Orwellian bullshit. Like the Star Trek episode where he says, I'm going to torture you and give you pain unless you say the 4 lights are 5. That's all it is.
Yeah, and we have a guy who joins in here occasionally. And I did some in-depth research on that because his name is There Are 4 Lights. And that is a really interesting concept.
I always say I say it all the time, and people have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about, I'm sure, but I'm like, there are 4 lights. I will always say there are 4 fucking lights.
It's a similar quote to like, these aren't the drones you're looking for, but
Right.
it's a little
You're
bit
right.
more obscure. And
Right.
it's a little less likely that people will get it, but I definitely understand it now. Obviously, when I see people, I look it up. I try to learn what I can, but yeah, it's a whole shit show of a situation with this because I don't know. Like you're talking about earlier, how they might be working for the entire government as a small police force, but how can there be such a connection between one thing and another? I don't know.
What do you mean? What's working as a police force?
Well, I don't want to bring up the old thing we were talking about, but maybe I should anyways, right?
Yeah.
The
The
Uvalde
shooting?
thing. How could
Yeah.
they be connected to something on a federal national level?
Well, just okay. Well, have you ever watched? And I hate, I hate to do this. I hate to refer to like shows and stuff, but there's so many shows written by people, actual people. All right, The Shield and all these different cops about how corruption and these in Rome and like whatever. There's political intrigue and all these things. You see how there's like people use all these different methods of controlling and manipulating people. And like there, who knows? Like there's black. Just look at what they accuse Trump of: blackmailing and all these different things. It's things that they're used to seeing, and like they were just accusing him of things that they assumed he was. You know, they always said like the Steele dossier. That was a big part of it. They're like, oh, that was a big part of the whole Russia thing. They have something on him. They're manipulating him because they have something on him, and so it's like. I have no trouble believing that there may be corrupt police or whatever. There's people they have in place they can use and manipulate, however it may be, to get an outcome that they want. And I am not above. At this point, I'm not beyond putting like murdering children on them. I don't think they give a fuck. Honestly, I don't think they care.
How so though? Like, can you break that down and make it logical?
No. I mean, just look at look at power is very intoxicating. It must be, you know, ultimate power is ultimate corruption or whatever the saying is. And I agree with that. And I think these people will keep power by any means necessary. And the thing I always talk about when I say it's different when they do it. And another thing I always say is you can't trust the left because they can rationalize anything in pursuit of their goals. And really, this is a human thing. Any human will do this, right or left. But the left wing in general, in particular, hoist themselves up as saviors and all kinds of different things, like the earth. Like that's the big one, the earth. Like, oh, we're saving the earth with what we do. Like they can justify anything in pursuit of that goal. I've always thought that was dangerous. I'm amazed we don't have suicide bombers yet. Environmentalists, although they're doing things.
I do love the way that the fact that they have like how old is Greta Thunberg when they were pirating around her,
right?
Pirating around the world with her.
Have you heard from her recently, by the way?
Well, no, she's probably got a really shit education because she's been out of school for like 3 years.
You know what? You know what about her? You know what? She's getting red pilled. Can you believe that shit? It's true.
Really?
Look it up. Look it up. Yeah, she's starting to get. It's not full yet. Look it up. She's starting to get red pilled. That's why you're not hearing from her. You're not hearing about her because she's starting to come around. Yeah, look it up. Yeah, she's starting to come around. Look it up. But Greta Thunberg, yeah, that's a funny thing. She may be an Elon Musk here before you know it. But I'm not even joking. Like, who knows what tomorrow may bring? But yeah, I don't know. It's crazy.
Elon Musk, though, you bring him up, and he's what, like the most sensible person to bring up things like climate change.
I love him. I love the guy.
It's not easy, but we can do it. But it's not. I can't feed the world on fucking 4 billion or whatever they say. But I do love the way he goes, oh, right, okay. Present me with, evidence that I can feed the world on 4 billion and I'll do it. I'll do it outright.
You cannot.
But it's just not a thing. It's just not a thing.
Unfortunately, yeah. The solution to our problems is not to have someone who can just feed everybody. That is not the solution. It will never be. The solution ultimately is for it sucks. It's like the solution is almost unobtainable for us because the solution requires that people be responsible, mature enough, and smart enough to like act in their own. Like it requires everybody to be smart and mature and understand the ultimate goal, which will never happen. Like I can't see that happening anytime soon. Like I don't know. I just don't have a lot of faith in the future, especially now. Seeing what we're seeing, I feel like our country's collapsing. I don't want to blackpill everybody, but
I kind of get what you're saying. It is.
I'm rambling too because I'm drunk and stoned.
Yeah, but it is pretty fucking scary though. The mentality of people that's being heard is the ramblings of a retard.
There's so much. Have you seen Matt Walsh's documentary about What's a Woman? Have you guys seen any of that?
No.
It's insane. Look it up on Twitter. Like he talks to, there's some videos out there, not from the movie. There's just clips from it where he's talking to like these high level academics and shit. And I'm telling we've been infiltrated. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the supposed, I don't know. I don't know as much about it, but the guy the KGB guy that came to the US, he talked about how Russia and other communist nations were unified in using something called fuck, I can't remember what it's called all of a sudden. It basically, because I'm drunk. Basically, I
feel like Biscuit Vapes is on this though. He's leaned over.
Right. Well, it'll come to my
typing.
mind, but it basically makes it so nobody has any idea what is true and what is not. And I feel like that's exactly what we're living through right now. And it seems like we've been infiltrated. It seems like we're no longer in control of our own country. Any of us. You guys either. Well, I don't know where you live, Topples. Where you live?
Topple's not here.
Oh, me. Oh, sorry.
Topple's drug dealer.
I forgot that I was called that. UK. Yeah, so.
Yeah, you guys are way worse off than we are.
It's not.
You guys are way worse off than we are. I know it's
How
nice
so?
now, but when shit goes bad, you guys have way less recourse. Is the problem?
He's more or less Hayden's neighbor. I mean, as much as Biscuit is. You know.
I've been to Hayden's area, but it's a fucking trek to get there.
There you go.
Oh, tell me about it. It was hard for me to get there.
to the Mankland, it takes me about, I think, 8 hours to travel.
8 hours?
It's not that bad.
Holy crap.
Yeah,
I think it takes me 2 hours to get there.
I could go to London the same distance by trains and stuff, like the same way, and it would take me about 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
But across country, a shorter distance, yeah, it takes me about 5 to 8.
It takes me 3 hours because there's an hour delay between the two trains. So I get a train to Leeds, then I get one to Manchester.
Yeah, see, I've got to go to no, not Leeds, Sheffield, or fuck, I can't remember where else. And then crossover. Yeah, it's a bitch to get over there.
You'd probably have to come to Doncaster to get to Leeds. Probably.
Yeah, that might be another one. Yeah. So either Doncaster or Sheffield. I'll have to switch it either. But anyway, this is fucking boring. We're talking about trains.
Can we hear some of your play?
We'll get some
Can you play? Can you like play the guitar for us? Can you do some stuff?
Not with
go
sound.
right ahead, man.
No, not with sound. Sorry, I don't think.
I mean,
maybe.
look at Jordan's busting our fucking balls here.
That we talk so much and say so little. It's true. It's true. I agree. We do, but
yeah, I was rambling for sure.
It's all a lot of fun anyway, isn't it? We're just.
I think I had a point, and then I completely lost the point, and I was just rambling. So I apologize. That happens to me. That's why I have trouble making videos. I have to edit them so much because I just ramble.
Right. You have to edit.
It sucks. All the jump cuts and stuff.
It's It's Hayden with an A.
The thing is, though, if I play a song, it just get demonetized or.
No, it doesn't. They'll just have to.
If it's yours, I mean, your video is accompanied with it. Like that's not.
Covers are accepted.
Yeah.
Covers. Okay, covers.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, keep talking.
Yeah, you know, the story I told you about what happened to me on that forum, it happened because I used to be a DJ, like spin records. So I, like the early days of the internet, I would get I downloaded a Winamp and I would have I forget what the streaming was. They had a streaming, you could stream out. And so I would set so we moved into this house, some friends of mine and I, we moved to this college house. And then the basement, I was a DJ at the time. I even had tables. With records and everything. We moved in and there was this bar in the basement. It was like a bar, like a wooden bar, and it came up and had vinyl on it, like a DJ table. I was like blown away by it. I'm like we moved to this house and this thing is here. So I brought it upstairs, put the tables on, turntables on it, put my computer up, put webcam, and this is like 2000 year 2000 or 99, and streamed out on Winamp while I spun sets, and I was on something awful, and I would spin like in the middle of the night, and then like one night I just came home like blitz or something, and I like was drunk, and the stream was still going, and I, you know, you're drunk, you look at whatever porn site was out at the time, and somebody was watching it, and then they put it up on the forum, and then that's how that happened. Yeah.
I think it's time to change title to Stream Steve to Smokesteve's International Sausage Fest.
Yeah. Come to Smokesteve stream with a bunch of dudes talking about jacking off on forums.
Oh dear me.
Fun.
Well, I mean, yeah.
I really should go play games, but you know what? I can't play Fortnite. It's my favorite game. It's down right now, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to remove somebody here.
Who? What's happening?
No, I mean, it is what it is. I can't have this. Is
modus operandi. You're deleting modus operandi. He's one of my mods. Holy shit. He's
talking about the owner of the channel here.
I know he is. I know. Modus, why are you doing this, man?
It's not that I have anything against him, but this isn't my channel. You know that, Drone.
I know. He always comes. I mostly I like the guy, and he helps me mod. But then he's like so hateful towards Hayden. I don't like. I'm like, why? I like Hayden. Why do you like? Yeah, I don't. I'm like, why do you like my channel and me when I'm so pro Hayden? I don't get it. And I hate that he comes on here and does this, so he's probably.
No, it's okay. He's welcome to come on and do this as long as he accepts the fact that I might block him for 5 minutes.
Like, why are you doing it? Why, Modus?
It's not like he can come back and hang and chill and talk a little bit of shit, but not like totally attack somebody. That's the problem.
Especially when they're not there to defend themselves. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Kind of a bit of a pussy move.
Whew. That's hot.
What's hot?
I hate wearing headphones.
It's spice for them.
Yeah, 92 proof. Sailor Jerry.
Nice, man. Oh, damn. I want some.
It doesn't
90.
have... Yeah, it doesn't have anything to do him.
It's proof.
That's the Sailor Jerry. That's the real guy. He was a tattoo artist. They bought his name and likeness and made some pretty damn good rum and then stuck his face on the bottle. You know, it isn't like a big deal. But it's good rum. But I figured it out. I did a little research. It's like Sailor Jerry, the person who was the famous tattoo artist, nothing to do with the brand of rum. Just that they bought the name and likeness, you know, probably $100,000 or something. Boom. It's good shit.
Sounds like it.
Pardon me, sorry. It's a little burpy. What do we have here? All right, is that it? Are we still rolling here?
Yeah.
I was just looking at what 92 proof is in percentage, but there's no...
It's 51, half. No, I'm sorry.
100 proof is 50.
46, my bad.
Yeah.
46.
I'm probably gonna take off myself here. It's getting late,
No
so
worries.
it was
All right.
fun though. You guys, I love hanging out with y'all, and I should stop by more. It's easy to just kind of forget about everything, and so I saw you guys on here talking. I jumped on YouTube and I saw you guys on here talking about guns and stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna jump on here. It's nice, guys. I'm glad I did. It was fun. I enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys another time. So thanks.
Have a
lot.
good one,
Yeah,
mate.
see you again.
Yeah.
Drone.
Hey, Drone. We might be the last place that you actually have to go. So
I know.
always remember, we're
I
here,
will.
bro.
I will. I
know?
definitely will. I will remember my roots, my LiveLeak roots for sure.
All right,
Always.
brother. Take care.
See you guys later.
See you,
No,
man.
man.
All right, fellas. What do you think? We'll just go ahead and end it full sweep. One big.
Yeah, might as well. My rectum's getting rather numb.
All right.
My God.
All right. Good.
Not rectum,
Hey, Goon,
sorry, my
thanks for coming.
posterior. My
Thanks for
derriere.
coming, dude. It's awesome to see you, Gooner.
No, you too, Steve, and Biscuit, and everyone else that's been here.
Hell yeah.
It's been fun.
Exactly. Good night, everyone.